everybody. Where we last left our heroes, they were sleeping.
I love sleeping.
They were sleeping.
That's one of my favorite activities.
Well, as you all cuddle in and nestle in for a warm winter's nap.
Is it winter? What season is it?
It's winter now.
Okay, fair enough.
I said it, and it's law.
What month is it?
What month is
What
it?
month is it?
What time zone are we in?
Fantasy, November.
It's my birthday?
Oh my god! It's our fantasy.
Happy birthday, Dad! Hey, birthday vacation!
Best birthday
How do you
ever.
like your birthday vacation?
You know, we'll see.
You got a teddy bear for your birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Happy
Wow.
birthday. As you all settle down and slowly drift off to sleep, laying to rest in your mind the events of the day, and surrendering.
Amadeus never surrenders.
Okay, fair. No, that's my bad.
I am in the hallway ready to kill.
Sorry,
Are
go
you
on.
sleeping at all?
Well, I was taking first watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is our watch system for today? For tonight.
3 adults is what's going through, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Amadeus,
and-
Talus, and then Litzy.
Gotcha. Awesome. So that's going to be Amadeus first.
Mhm.
Yes.
Litzy Talus or Talus Litzy?
Talus, Litzy.
Talus.
Talus Litzy.
I get up early anyways.
Let's go ahead and get those out of the way for me. I'm going to have a perception check from all of you in order there.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
First
Guys.
roll, no pressure, no pressure. Oh, that
Okay,
was pressure.
you know,
A little bit of pressure.
That's a 4 on the die plus 8 for 12.
12. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna die.
Your watch passes well with little to no events. Nothing really happens.
Oh, I see. When you roll a 4, you don't increase the malevolence counter. That's just...
He rolled a 12, okay?
Yeah.
He rolled a 4. He got it.
And that's what matters most. I live my life a quarter roll at a time.
All right, Talus, please.
I rolled a 5.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ooh!
What's
And
the
I-
total?
Also 12.
Isn't that just some sweet karma? Okay, nothing really happens.
I rolled a 6.
Never mind, I'm so sorry. You guys just won Pathfinder.
Is
You didn't-
Is your perception plus 6?
It's 7.
Oh.
I get 13.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
he's
plus
good.
six.
He's good at this.
One better.
Well, with a 13,
With a 13.
nothing happens. Nothing. Yep. Your watches pass uneventfully. But all of you would notice as you slumber, Jumbles, in particular, having slept fully through the night.
I'm so well rested.
As you slip into this sleep, you find yourself in a sort of dream space. You can feel yourself falling deeper and deeper to where it's unclear. Everywhere around you is filled largely with just a very like deep, unknowable blackness, like you've never really seen before. You can pick up certain shapes maybe in the distance, but you can't even tell if it's really there or if you just want to see something. You reach out around you, panicking as you fall deeper and deeper, trying to stop your fall as you feel like you're accelerating. But there's nothing to grab any purchase onto. You fall and you start to feel yourself move through a number of different scenes and spaces, hallways and doorways, familiar but not really known to you, not necessarily something that you recognize. You see yourself fly past a large bookcase, books clamoring out of the shelves, flying towards you as you whiz past. You see images just sort of phase in and out of figures You see two small figures, Leetsy, holding hands. You see a very, very small, bundled up creature, hardly moving, Jumbles. And you see a woman holding something above her head, but you can't tell as she just disappears. And Grandpa, you see a man. What you think is a man, but he's only there for a brief moment, but you feel as if he's looking deeply into your soul as he passes away, and you find yourself right in front of those double doors, just as you had seen before. And just as you reach out to try and open the door, you feel the entire space close on you like a book. And you wake up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who was, I believe it was Leetsy, was sleeping in the same bedroom as Cassandra?
I certainly was.
You would pretty immediately, you would immediately notice as you wake up, Cassandra is still asleep.
Well, I do have first watch, or the third watch.
Yes.
So I do wake up very early. So I would probably stealth my way out of the room after like copious amounts of hairspray. So if
You have.
You got hair,
of course,
like an aerosol? Like, is it?
it's actually just like a plant, and once it has
Like
like
a
a little bulb at the
perfume
bottom.
bottle?
Yeah, and it goes, and it just like
How's it go? How's it go? Okay.
Get our Foley guy on that real quick.
and it just
Can we-
poops.
Can we get that?
entire
Can we
thing.
get Sully squeak too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's roll everybody quiet, and then so we can cut it later, right?
Yeah, so the whole room is like fumigated by the time I leave. But
Yeah,
I
she's
look
suffocating
fabulous.
in there. Yeah.
Cassandra's just like absolutely starched.
Yeah, right.
it's how she gets those pleated skirts. But it's how
Yeah.
that
Not on purpose. It's just a side effect.
Yeah, that's it. Side
It's a
effect.
symbiotic relationship, is what it is. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I would start watch. And at some point I would probably go back in to wake everybody up.
All right. You do so. Everybody, what are you doing as you're waking up?
Jumbles, I think with the book shutting in the dream, he sits up like 90%, like a 90-degree angle. He just shoots up. And
I'm like right in front of him. He like nearly gets me in the face.
Oh,
I'm like,
we stop
my
inches
goodness,
from an inch from your face.
my goodness, Jumbles. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning. And then he stands up and then runs and gets dressed, ready
Boys.
for the day.
I'll just shake my head. Boys. I'll walk away. Good morning, Thomas.
Is it?
Well, you
I'm
want...
not sure that they come in that particular flavor. Oh, I'm asleep.
Excellent. Well, you did have second watch, so I guess that makes sense. I see, Jumbles is already up. I'm gonna
Jumbles
wake
is
up.
now fully dressed.
Just instant. He's like a sim. He just like, whoop, like
You turn for 2 seconds. Termaggie's in the corner with his magnifying glass.
Yep.
Like fully dressed.
That seems about right to me.
Excellent work, Jumbles.
Thank you.
You can wake up Amadeus. He likes you.
Okay, and he runs and does that. So he'll run into the room. It's you and Cass are in the same room, right?
Amadeus.
I believe actually we had all the boys together,
Okay.
and
Oh, is
then
he in
all the
here
girls
too?
together.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we didn't discuss with people we're going after watches. So I'm just also.
I'm already
so
awake. I have
Amadeus
a
is in
black
there.
coffee.
Where he got it, we don't know.
A black coffee, a little. The pipe is just like.
It's the mysteries of
Simmering.
grandfatherhood. Yeah.
We've never actually seen him sleep.
The crossword
He
is
wouldn't-
finished.
He would never be so vulnerable.
No,
like
never.
never slept in front of
He
anyone.
literally sleeps with one eye open.
Yeah.
He's able to sleep with both eyes open, and he has his geese arm at all times.
And standing.
Oh my gosh, home intruders would shudder.
Yeah, exactly. We've never had home intruders.
No,
because
you
of that
wouldn't.
reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't
We're
know
the
about
home
it if you did.
intruders.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone awake?
Yes. Let me go get Cassandra.
I'm just gonna kick at your feet. Wake up.
I'm up then. Oh.
Good work. I'll be right back. Cassandra's probably getting up by now. She's a very light sleeper. and I would go and try and wake Cassandra up.
No, she's not getting up. You go and you shake her, I guess, or what do you try to do to get her up?
I would like double poke the shoulder kind of thing. Cassandra. Cassandra. I'd be like, maybe there were too many fumes in too small of a room.
Give her gas here, kid.
I like check her pulse.
No, she's got a pulse. Let's.
Okay.
Whoops.
Okay,
her
that was
pulse
close.
is very slow. I mean, she seems to still be asleep, like how your pulse kind of slows down.
Okay. I would poke her fox.
Grandpa's pulse never slows down. Amadeus is at 105 BPM.
Right?
in the
Yeah.
middle, like,
He's like a
2 in the
hummingbird.
morning.
Yeah.
I'm the most optimal at all times.
When he sleeps, we put him in front of the front door to deter anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a scarecrow.
You poke Reggie, and he pretty immediately twitches awake. He's like, "Oh, what do you want?"
It's that's how I lift him up.
Oh my!
You're not doing. Cassandra is having trouble waking up. Would you mind waking her up? She seems to be sleeping.
Oh, well, hold on. Just let me collect myself for a moment. Cass, and he just kind of, like, delicately, like, kind of flicks at her. No, she's out. She seems out cold.
Can I do a medicine check to see if there were too many fumes? In fact,
Yes, you may. Yep.
Is she making fortitude saves as we speak?
Spoilers, Gary.
well, I've done better, but I've also done worse. So that's an 8 on the die. So a total of 13.
13. You kind of check her out. You don't really know what to look for here. You can't like check out her lungs, right? You kind of like open her mouth, like little drool comes out, and you're like trying to like look in there. You don't have like a flashlight. You're checking tonsils and stuff, but like everything that you know, you don't see like her chest heaving up and down like exceptionally, like she's having trouble getting her air in.
Jumbles. Jumbles!
He's standing in the doorway.
Oh my goodness.
She's terrifying.
Yeah.
The morning.
Slender frog.
I'm like, the morning people around here is shocking. Jumbles, have you something seemed that Cassandra's not waking up? Could you just watch her and see if you can find anything wrong with her? I'm gonna go get Denny.
Okay. Jumbles is going to jump up and he's going to cast Detect Magic. See if there's anything on her.
Okay. You do so. You don't detect anything like expressly magical, like a school of magic. You can't sense that any spell has been cast on her.
Okay.
But she definitely seems, I would say that you can tell that she's not in like a typical sleep, like a necessarily natural sleep. She's definitely deeply asleep.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I? Okay. It's not natural. You would say it's supernatural sleep.
Maybe I would go so far as to say.
Would you even say it's occult in nature?
That's why maybe I do an occultism check.
I think that would totally be fair. Yep.
Sweet. That's the thing I'm the best at.
I know that's the thing you're the best at.
Wow. Okay.
I think that I will roll this one for you.
Okay. I have a plus 11.
Okay. Jeez.
Oh my god.
And if that's anything to do with my 2 leads of who owns the house or why did residents of the house leave, I get a +2 circumstance bonus.
Do you guys not have a plus 11 in something? You know, plus 11 athletics?
No, I do, but
No,
you know.
we're just admonishing. You know.
First of
He's
all,
on
hype
8.
train over here.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah,
Let
go
the-
to sleep.
Let the kid feel excited, okay? I want him to get praised.
House, wake up.
You check her out. You put on your thinking cap. You
I
wiggle it,
readjust,
make it
I get the
snug.
magnifying, I open her eyes, and I'm like looking at her pupils.
Right. It's pretty apparent to you that she's it's not that she's fallen into a deep sleep, it's that she's being kept in a deep sleep. It does not seem, again, it doesn't seem natural. It definitely seems like some sort of outside force is keeping her asleep. And it does seem troubled. she doesn't seem like trouble. Like you don't see her like fussing about or like rolling over like she's having a nightmare.
She's like comatose.
She seems almost somehow like reserved in her slumber.
Okay.
It's that's really the best way to put it, and it is puzzling.
Okay, Jumbles is now worried. So
Raise your worried condition.
okay.
It's like frightened delight.
His palms are sweaty.
You need to get at least 3
knees
slightly
weak.
worried to get
Mom's
frightened.
sweaty. So he's going to kind of readjust her a bit and like tuck her back in a little like more snug.
Mhm.
And then he'll go back out to the whole family. And he'll go, Cass is being forced asleep.
What?
What?
There's something keeping her asleep. She's not just very tired or ignoring us or anything like that.
Talus, wake up or I will spray all of my hairspray in your mouth right now.
I fully just shake him off the bed.
Well, I told you, I'm awake.
Go help your niece now.
Oh, what's wrong? Wait, what? What's going on?
I'm pulling you by the
Hey.
It's 5 minutes in, and Gary is done.
we have 4 morning people, 3 morning people, and 1 not morning person.
Wait, where's Cass? What's?
Well, we can re-explain the entire situation
You
again.
could tell me what's up.
Yeah.
Like,
Jumbles.
are we heading over there? We're gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're all
I
going to
drag
Cass.
You like don't have pants on. You're still just.
fumbling with them like the
Stumbling to the hall.
You're getting pulled by the nape.
You're lucky nobody else is in this house, or you would be embarrassed.
There's one fish who could see something.
None of us saw it.
No,
You
they
must-
peek
okay.
open their door,
So we had a
and they
watch.
just close it.
We had a watch all night. So the fishes didn't come out of that room, right? Like he didn't come to the door at least. Okay.
Nobody
Just-
saw.
just- yeah,
Nobody
just-
saw the fish.
Okay. So we come in the
It's
cat's
not
room
a
and
fish.
I see this.
It's actually incredibly offensive.
Only they get to use the F word. What's oh, what? So what can we do about this?
I was hoping you might know something. You know,
I
with your
might. I mean,
bath
it's,
salts and lavender and sage burning.
Oh, here we go. And I'll reach down and I'll pull out a couple of things. I got like a small pinch of what looks
Bath
like
salts?
what looks like you don't know that.
Go ahead, AJ. Tell us what it is.
But it almost looks like a sort of shimmering blue, like a sand. It's pretty thick. It's pretty coarse. It's almost like
A bath salt.
shut up.
You
You can just say it.
Please.
You're safe.
Why are you fighting this?
As I pull this out, all of you, even over the power of 12 pounds of Litsy's hairspray, it's got a pretty fragrant aroma coming out of it. And I'm going to reach back. I'm going to grab a small little dish, about a half-inch deep around. I'm like, anyone got your water skins on you?
Of course. It's not a water skin, it's a flask, but
Whatever you call it. I just need a bit.
Of course, I mean.
Throw it in there. Just kind of stick it out. Put it down on the mattress, just kind of next to her. Tilt her head a little bit, not so her nose is right over, but so it's sort of towards it. Sort of wiggle it there. And anyone else in the room can smell this has gone from like a little fragrant to a phenomenally pungent, bitter odor that's come out of this. And I'm imagining there's probably no response.
You set her all up, and while the smell is like overwhelming the rest of you in the room, she doesn't seem to move.
She's probably having less pleasant dreams now, but she still seems to be asleep.
She just kind of lies there, just stiff as a board.
Well, what do you think that it is? She doesn't seem to be getting worse. I mean,
These
besides
windows
the smell.
open.
Do the windows
he's-
open? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
sort of. Like some of them do.
I
They
don't
kind of
quite
like
not it, but it's,
with a little bit of effort, you could like
Yeah,
get
we
it
might need to
open.
air out this room.
Alleyway
It has
room.
been fumigated and also now smells terrible.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
She will suffocate if you leave her now.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have before. That was your guys' doing.
Yeah.
That was your little fun hazard.
Just made it a little stinky.
I'm gonna look to Reggie and is like, "You two were going to bed last night. Did she have any trouble? Did she say anything in her sleep?"
Oh, well, I would tell you, but I was also asleep, so I didn't hear anything. But,
that does track. That
I was...
the fox could pass out about 2 seconds left unattended.
she also did not seem terribly disturbed while I was in here. She didn't roll over or do anything odd during the night, so
She seemed fine when you got up to take your shift.
basically the same as she is now. I just assumed she was sleeping.
Asleep, nothing. I guess that makes sense. Wouldn't be anything noticeable.
Listen, I've gotten to know Cass pretty well in our time together, and he kind of curls up, sort of next to her, kind of like feeling on her hands or her neck. He's like, I know when she's nervous or afraid. She doesn't seem to be any of those things. Now she is unconscious, of course, but it's not like a normal type of unconsciousness.
I don't know if you think that makes us feel better or not, but it does kind of actually. Make me
Well,
feel better.
okay, well,
Can I, while everyone's doing this, can I change one of my leads to? I'll change the one that says "Who owns the house" to
who put my sister asleep?
yeah, what's keeping Cass asleep,
Okay. So you're changing
or
who,
finding out what's the source of keeping Cass asleep.
you're changing who owns the house?
Yes.
Okay.
I still have why did residents of house leave?
Hmm.
It's probably Zarwin.
And this is the point where I
no-
tell you if it's unimportant or not, correct?
Yeah.
With which feat you got?
Yes, the red herring feat. If
Okay.
if it is unconsequential, then you can tell me that.
It's most certainly consequential.
Cool.
You know, and I'll stick my head out in the hall a bit and just kind of look down. None of you saw that strange little wet fellow leave his bedchambers in the evening, did you?
I did not, nor did I see. I mean, we did tie the cans to his door. That's moving
And they don't appear to be undisturbed.
or disturbed. They don't appear to be disturbed.
Which means that if he didn't go out the window, he's still in there.
And if you did go out the window, then I'm also interested to see what happened.
Well, I've had a bit of a thought because I would put a pretty hefty bet on the fact that if we open that door, we're still going to find him in there. And he kind of moved there with a fair bit of purpose last evening. You don't think, I don't know, that he has been here the whole time? I don't know. This is clearly some weird curses or magic of some kind of foot here. He went to that room like it was his own, like it's the place that he stayed, like he lived.
Well, tonight I will undoubtedly go to the room that I've just slept in. I mean, if we're still here.
But that's what I mean, though. Whatever that was on the outside of the house when we came out of the porch in the first place sure seemed like some kind of seal. I doubt anyone's been in and out of here, and, well, according to our little dresser friend in the front hallway, pretty close to forever.
Well, they might have gotten down the chimney. Isn't that what the chimney had?
Yeah, chimney had scratch marks on it.
Do they have claws? They have like tentacle things, right? Like they're not clawed at all.
The chimney didn't have like a proper like a scratch, like
It's like an
scratches
like
and dings, like
scuffing.
bits chipped off.
Okay,
kind
so
of
that
thing.
was like claw marks or something.
Not like
okay.
a proper like
Right.
yeah.
I suppose that's possible.
Well,
No.
we could go check on him if you felt like it. He might. I don't know if we can speak to him, but
No, I can't talk to him. I don't see any particular head would be fine in doing that. Just errant
I'm
thoughts while I
interested
was
to see
watching,
if
I
he's
suppose.
alive. But other than that,
Oh yeah, I mean, I suppose I could put a welfare check in order. Not much we can do to offer him help either.
Hmm.
He's probably hungry, if nothing else.
Hmm.
No, we're not gonna have a. Were there this dining area? We didn't find any food supplies or anything, did we? We found a bunch of linens and a bath.
You might have seen like a couple of crumbs, like an old piece of bread.
not
Nothing that
really,
would be edible or
Which, speaking of, is gonna become a problem unto itself if this
Yeah.
place don't have a pantry of some kind.
well, there's got to be at least 2 pantries. I would think.
Well, we gotta hope the pantry's still got something workable in it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Reggie,
yes.
As much as I don't like it, if we leave Cass here for now while we look around more, will you guard her?
Guarding isn't necessarily my
Reggie,
trained profession. Yeah,
look at me.
Okay.
You will guard her.
Okay, no, I hear you. I'm just not incredibly
If she starts
martial.
to look a
And
little
he kind
bit,
of raises his paws.
if he starts to look a little bit more wet and tentacly, you come find us, all right?
Oh yes, no. By all means, I won't be sticking around if it starts looking that way. I will come and find you. I will sit on a post, and I will make my best impression of a guard or bloodhound of some kind.
Excellent impression.
Mhm.
You think your current theory is that the fish people were actually the previous owners of the house, and they just turned into fish people?
Well, if they're in the servants' quarters, I don't think they were owning a whole lot beyond the linens on their beds, but maybe.
Can I do some kind of, as an investigator, a check of some kind to see if I could figure out, like, if there's clues that lead to the fish people being the owners of the house or anything like that?
What are you doing to try and determine
That's the thing.
that?
Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. We
If
can't
you could
talk
tell
to
me
them,
what
so,
you're
like-
doing.
Okay, my thoughts were, because there was a pile of clothes in the room that one was in,
Mhm.
right? Can I look at that stuff and kind of the tools that are... Okay, they don't have thumbs. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So their tools would look wildly different than ours.
Yeah.
So can I look at that kind of stuff and the clothes that are around to see, like, is this kind of made for them, or like if they lived here, all of that would be tailored to them to use?
You
Gotcha.
are an investigator.
I
You
got a
are an investigator.
I got a brain and I'm
He's
using
investigating. He's doing it.
You did it. Yes, 100%. Yeah, you go in there. Well, and really, it doesn't require any kind of check to see, like,
Cool.
They're people shaped.
I mean, it's like a fork and a spoon. Like, but that kind of
It's not like a tentacle grip.
right.
attachment.
I mean,
Yeah,
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 there's
yeah,
no
okay.
check to be made about like, well, maybe, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's
so,
a very good path of like train of thought. You like, it's all like human utensils or like things like playing cards.
cool. So I'll walk out and I'll be like, I don't think they owned the place. Otherwise, it would kind of look like it was made for them. I don't think our friend could do this, and I hold up a spoon. I don't think
Well,
he can have this.
I don't know if he can now, but I
Could have been
think
turned into fish people.
he might have been able to before.
Okay. Okay.
This could be
But good
the
investigating, Jungles. Good following up that lead.
Thank you.
You hear like an audio, like a music sting in the back as you
Find out next week for Jumble's Great Adventure.
so good. Oh my
Before,
gosh.
Before we head out to find something, I'm remiss to leave Cass behind, but I guess if we can count on Reggie. We have in the past. Yeah, let me see that. Let me get back those two little talismans from the Perry here. Make sure they're still all
Owlberry Claw.
working out right. Because mechanically they only last the day because I get two a day, so I have to. My morning preparation is remaking those basically.
Gotcha. My morning preparation is my hair, so. Glad
While
we're all
she's doing
okay.
that,
We
I'm
all
re-attuning the owlbear claw. And the
So is there any
potency
way we
crystal.
can like make it so that she could get out if she wanted to, but nobody could get in if they wanted to?
Blocking the door from one angle is not terribly difficult as long as you put the block on the other side. The problem is I don't know how we do it without locking one of us in there with her.
Reggie, good luck.
I mean,
Oh,
Reggie could. He doesn't have to
Push.
fight the thing. He could just run by and come along. He's like an alarm.
I don't
He
know
can just come
how
get us.
fast it would be though.
He's a fox.
You ever tried to catch Reggie when he don't want to be caught?
Well, yes, but if he knew where we were, it would be super easy for him to find us. Of course, we're adventuring.
Could you?
Well-
Could you smell us? Could you track our scent?
I can smell some of you.
You could
Certain.
smell the hairspray. You
Yeah,
can smell. You follow the hairspray.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Intimidating glare over here.
Well,
Okay, well, I suppose. Do we want to check on the fish person, or do we want to continue trying to find a pantry or just anything else of use in this house?
I don't know.
We'd want to leave
Are we-
well enough alone.
Well, we're leaving him real close to where we're now leaving Cass behind. I mean, he didn't seem to mean us no ill last night when there were 5 of us. I don't know if his attitude would remain the same when there's only 1.
Then I'm gonna block him in.
Sounds fair to me.
Or, just hear me out. We could see what happens when he goes outside, and then we would have 2 birds, 1 stone.
Well, while I'm not opposed to the idea itself, I don't know how we're getting him out of a door, save picking up and bodily bundling him out there, which may well expose us to, well, if there
Fish
is
diseases?
something. Well, I'm more worried about whatever it was killed all the birds. I don't know if standing in the doorway is going to be much safer than 3 feet outside
There's
of it.
windows. It's fine.
I don't feel great about putting him outside.
Oh, not you two, Jumbles. You're hanging around too much with Cassandra. Okay,
okay.
We can do the blockade. We can show him that we are blockading his door, or are we just gonna blockade his door and just hope for the best?
I imagine we just shut it. We're
Okay.
not really in a great situation to be taking any more risks than we need to.
Perfect. Well, I guess if you want to get that end of the dining table, we can pivot it out and get it in front of the other door.
The dining table, can't we just block this with a chair?
Chairs are extremely light. In fact, I could break one just like very easy. We need like an entire. This is like an entire dining table. It probably weighs
You
like
know, trying to get,
200
do you see how
pounds.
big that dining table is? You want to get that out in this hallway?
And then
Can
we block the door.
And then we block the door.
We have the pivot montage.
Yeah, we can we're gonna lift your end, and we gotta turn it this way.
I said to the left.
I'm stuck on the door frame, Dad. I can't go to the left.
It's a whole hoot and holler. You hear zany.
You see a little sped up version. It's like,
They did get it in here. We can get it out.
I
So.
think that with all of you working on it, you could eventually get it in
I'm
front
pretty
of
sure they brought it in this door up to the north of us at the end of the hall. There's
Somebody
no way
got
we're
it
getting
in
on
here.
this T intersection.
And then we can go around and go through the other door.
That's not another door. That's a window. We want to bring it around to the front.
Yeah, go around. Do a little loop-de-loop.
So now we're safe going outside if we're hauling furniture.
We're not going outside. We're just doing a little loop. It'll be fine.
So are you okay? So you've got
We're
so
putting
you've got
a
the
dining
the
table
table
against the door.
braced against the door.
right.
You still have room to get around the table. You don't
Right.
have to go around if you don't want to. It's
Okay.
like it's flush up against the wall. And as you are all finishing putting that
remodeling
up,
the house.
huh?
Finishing remodeling the house.
Right.
Our
Yes. As you're
interior decoration.
Welcome back to HGTV.
World's first Pathfinder roleplay is trying to get a dining room table to the regular next door.
I need all of you to roll athletics.
Yeah, it's the exciting things in life, guys.
And if one of you fails, it's a dex save for everyone. Yeah.
Oh, I really
Oh,
almost rolled a natural one just for memes.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Just as soon as you're able to get this table kind of flush against the wall, you all notice a sort of like tremor, and it starts very softly, and after having messed around with this table for 10-15 minutes, however long it took you, you don't really notice it at first because everything's been bumping and shaking, and then it starts to grow a little bit, and it's got this rhythmic feeling to it as it pulses and pulses, and suddenly everything around you is shaking as if it was in an earthquake, violently.
So, is the ground isn't shaking? Like we're not shaking?
You feel as if it's almost as if
Just the
something
stuff doing
deep
it?
below you has moved.
Oh, okay.
Or
You said
come
like as
undone.
if it's in an earthquake, so I was like, wait, are we just standing on completely firm ground and everything is vibrating around us? Because that's way weirder than
That is fair.
Yeah. I would need everybody to roll me a will.
Oh, I'm great at that.
Oh,
For
okay.
redecorating, my goodness, what a picky house.
Sick!
Oh no, dude.
Dude, I told you it's bad.
I'll risk it.
19.
A 19, okay.
18.
17.
Natural one!
No, you didn't.
Huh?
You,
More
sir.
malevolent.
Malevolence!
You need a backbone, sir.
Okay.
I'm very easily spooked, okay? I've seen some stuff.
Leetsy, you're able to kind of steady yourself, but you are a mother of 2 children now. You're not unaccustomed to things moving when they're not supposed to, kind of thing. But the rest of you find yourself, Litsi, as like your vision starts to sort of settle and things around you seem to settle. You notice that everybody else around you is acting as if things are just as violently shaking and holding on to things while the room to you is completely still. And all 3 of you would hear, coming from down the hall off to your, I guess that would be to your left, you're able to hear what is clearly a door opening and shutting and opening and shutting, slamming. And as the cacophony of noise and movement settles down, it remains opening and shutting, louder and louder, like a ear-shattering kind of loud, like somebody slamming it into the wall and closed again. You do not hear anything. All 3 of you can raise your malevolence conditions.
Oh, baby.
Was I blessed at all?
Were you blessed?
No, never mind. Okay. I was
I don't believe so.
one off.
The door is still opening and shutting down the hall.
Is that
No,
near
like,
Cassandra's or the other way?
Say that again?
Is that the hallway of Cassandra or the other way?
Like towards the foyer or towards the...
Towards the foyer.
Oh, okay.
You can hear it down the hall. Yeah, like around the corner.
Okay. You, that was an odd earthquake. You seem to be rather shaken by it.
Did you hear that?
My ears hurt so
Oh,
bad.
that's so damn loud. All right, and I'm gonna
But what
pull
then?
out my my sword and just kind of rush over towards the door. It's like, well, come on, we can't let whatever that is just stay.
I pull my gun out and I run with it.
Kick the door
Again,
open. To
you
the
don't
frickin'
hear
atrium.
anything anymore. But the second that you both bust around the corner, guns blazing, like ready to shoot it down, you just see the door very quietly open and creak.
Excuse, what?
I'm running
what?
to the door. So I'm going to rush and see whatever is in the something in the entryway.
So this is not formation, I call from the back. Daddy, they're running, what? This is not formation! Into the distance. I would start following them at...
Yes, yeah.
Hurry up and just boot open the door to the atrium.
All right. You arrive back in this entrance hall foyer.
And there's nothing?
Nothing immediately seems out of place.
Where's the
you see...
mimic?
What the hell was that?
What?
Where's the mimic?
Where's the Where's
is
the
he?
mimic?
Who's
I
that?
don't know.
Second corner.
I throw a rock.
You throw a rock at him?
Are
Are you
you
serious?
toss at the mimic
Well, is
to
he
see if he like
still
perks
in
up.
the corner? Like
It's
it
still
hasn't
in the
disappeared?
corner.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's sitting there.
If you throw a rock at it and it bounces off of it, and you just kind of feel you hear it
Bad.
kind of like shake for a
Kind
second,
of feel bad.
like you startled
Okay,
it.
he's in there still. We're good.
What the hell was making all that noise?
What noise? What are you guys talking about? There was like a small earthquake.
And it kept going, and the door was slamming and slamming and slamming even louder.
no
Slammed
door
after the
slamming.
earthquake too.
What? No. There was no door. I did not hear any slamming doors, and I have very good hearing, because I can always hear all of you.
Can I do some sort of perception check to see if I see anything weird in the room? With
Sure,
what just happened?
you most certainly can, and this
I
would
guess
also
you
be
Exploration
a great
mode,
time to
probably.
initiate some exploration
Sweet.
mode. So I will
I'm
consider you as
Searching.
searching.
I'm scouting.
Searching.
I got an eye. I'm looking for something to come at us because I'm expecting there to be some big thing here.
Scouting.
Searching.
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 Very
Searching.
We have many eyes.
Eyes are everywhere.
He's got a gun in one hand and a magnifying glass in the other.
All right, then I think that you could all 3 of you could roll me a perception check to try
Is
and-
this in? Would this have anything to do with my leads, by chance?
about why they leave or what's keeping Cass asleep.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I got a 21.
21.
Got a 17.
Got a 27.
Jeez.
Excellent.
The heck?
Grandpa, you kind of begin you do a sort of military scan, right? You're checking all of the doors, and you begin over on the left-hand side. Leetsy and Jumbles, as you're kind of scanning up and down, like looking for something that maybe fell out of place. Leetsy, you don't really know quite what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking for like structural damage or
Right.
like, I don't know.
The bone's good.
Right.
Yeah, what's happening around here?
You both notice that the door, not on that diagonal there, but leading to the east, isn't like hanging open, but if you can imagine, like when you turn the door and then that little stopper,
Yeah, it hasn't
it's
snicked.
resting against it. It's not actually clicked in.
I would also, Jumbles,
Yes.
you're gonna have to practice without Cassandra here. Do you want to ask the mimic if they saw anything? I didn't hear any doors or anything, but there might be a chance that something actually did run through here. Do you want to ask if there was
As the mimic.
Yes.
Okay. I walk up to the mimic
I'm right behind him, in glasses flashing.
and I'm just looking.
Only a boy!
Around the room.
I go, sorry I threw a rock a minute ago. I just couldn't tell if it was you or not.
You see a short slit pop across on the top drawer where you can see his eye just barely peeking out.
Oh, good. Hey, did anything come through here like a minute ago?
He kind of slides open and then his mouth kind of opens up. He's like, I'm sorry, are we cool now? Like,
I mean, I'm cool with you. You're pretty cool.
okay, I just thought because you threw never mind.
It was like I was like a friendly throw. Like everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, no, yeah.
So did anything run through here a minute ago, or did you feel like an earthquake?
An earthquake.
Like the ground was shaking?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
No.
Okay. So that's interesting. Okay, well, thank you, and I walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay then, no, bye.
No,
He kind of shrugs with his with two little handles off of the drawers and then closes everything back up.
no, nothing from him.
And you all are sure? Do you have? Well, just recount what you felt, so that in case it all matches for the three of you.
felt.
Where's the-
You felt
or
it,
whatever.
surely.
I did not. I didn't hear any doors. Well, I did hear a very small earthquake, but
Yeah, it went for a while.
Regular earthquake. I figure the first door was just kind of slamming in its frame from the shaking, but then it kept going after the quaking stopped.
It sounded like it was opening and closing.
that's the same for you, Daddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to add all this up. First, you guys saw the hand thing yesterday, and then
I saw a door before we even came in close itself.
the door, and I
Seen a lot. We got attacked by a nice little dresser here, so I mean, a lot has happened.
But we all saw the dresser, so that is makes it more realistic.
We all would have seen the hand if
fishman.
there was more than two of us just looking down the doorway.
I don't. know
Only
about
two of
that.
us that were there both saw it.
Was that hand you saw? Was that a fish hand?
It was at the end of a hallway through a smudged window, so I'm not really sure what kind of hand it was. I saw it moving and I shut the door.
But if it was like, if you thought it was a hand, it was hand shaped at least.
I mean, you could see some fingers. I could make out it was definitely like a print, so I guess it wasn't a tentacle. So yeah, I guess not really one of those
Okay.
wet fella's hands.
All right. Well, this time, no running off, guys. I don't know how many times we have talked about formation. And so.
she's got a point.
Right. Thank you, Daddy.
I ran off with adults this time. I was going with the grown-ups.
Excellent job, Jumbles. It's Talus's fault almost 100% of the time.
Thank you.
Let's
I agree.
see.
We will go up to that door, I guess.
Yeah, I'll approach
The
door.
east door?
Yeah.
Servants' quarters are on the other side. Then perhaps this wing here be the parlor and entertainment. We can find
That's
a
what I
kitchen
would
or some
assume as
kind of
well.
storages.
I assume this. I think that, yeah, the kitchens would probably be in the back, but I don't know.
Well, it depends, I guess, on.
Way to find out, and I flip the door open.
I I'm not at the
No,
front of the formation.
I'm at the front of the
definitely
formation.
Talus and
Talus, Amadeus,
Yeah.
Jumbles in the middle, you in the back.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Can I ride Amadeus' shoulders?
I
I,
don't
like,
see it.
can I, like, perch
I
on
would
it?
be the last to stop you.
Well,
Can
let's
we just say,
establish
like,
right
I'm
now.
standing
Is
on
that
your
a
shoulder?
thing we do?
I think so.
Okay,
Like-
sure, yeah.
Like I imagine you're the tallest of everyone here, so whoever is the tallest, he would just stand on their shoulder immediately to try to survey anything around him.
You're my Yoda.
If you allow him up there, then yeah. But I will. I would never
Pathfinder
stand
did,
in
we
your
got
way.
rules for that.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
You know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going for it.
Right, sick.
Yeah, we'll do mounted combat later. It'll be super cool. Yeah.
It's not, even,
Onward.
it's not even mounted combat. It's even easier than that. You just both have 2 actions instead of 3.
Yeah.
Because one of your
Hey,
actions is kind
now-
of.
Is there a
I
real
can
rule
jump
for this?
off at my actions.
Oh no, there is. Are you?
No, they both,
you
no,
serious?
yeah, they both have 2 actions instead of 3 because one of their 3 actions is dedicated to like staying, trying to, not drop him, and you're trying to stay balanced.
So is there any benefit?
Well, he moves automatically.
You also
if he
only
moves, and they stay
take,
together.
yeah, you also only take 1 square, right?
Yeah, you're occupying 1 square. You move
That's
together.
hilarious.
Like it's
That there's actually a rule for
Look at
that?
us, man. Huh?
Wow, look at that.
Hey, now we have reach.
You unlocked
Yeah.
a new
Oh, I guess
gameplay
no. You have a
mode.
gun,
Yeah.
so you
I've
you
never
have
not
the
reached.
you have the most reach.
Anything within 130 feet of me is not safe.
All right.
All right, well, we're gonna head in. I'm gonna see this similar-looking hallway here, and first things first, check the door on the right.
All
I
right.
mean, we're just gonna do the same thing with these 2 doors. That third one ahead of us on the left looks like it may go further into the wing. So if I see nothing in the first door on my right, nothing immediately violent or apparent, I'm also gonna check the second.
Well, you definitely okay. So the first door on the right, you open it up, and you're hit with a really musty smell.
Smells quite musty in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How smells today?
Animal must or just regular must?
Do the sniff. Do the sniff.
Animalistic must.
You walk in, and you see that you're in some kind of like a bedroom. It's a nicer setup. It's a larger setup than the other rooms that you've been in. Not a lot jumps out at you, except for you do see some full bookshelves lining a couple of these walls. A bed with a small like chest at the foot of it, similar to the previous ones. A table, and just a couple more like furnishings and decor. It's a more dressed up version.
Well, this is probably guest rooms then. Looks clear to me. And,
Just like open the drawer.
check in a
Slowly
second.
Open the drawer?
Open the drawer. Slow
What
down.
all are you checking here?
At the next door.
What?
Well,
Well,
What?
make sure
Well-
I'm not going to the next door. Make sure there's nothing going to pop out of either of these.
well,
before I
let's
go.
deal with Leetsy first.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm just doing my good old fashioned. Just what if there's something cool in them?
Right,
You
sure.
punch the chest like Kratos.
Yeah, I'm like,
You hold it over your head. And
I
you
like look, everybody is left. I try and open the chest. If it doesn't open immediately, I'm like, ka-ching! The thing, my purse starts going up, mall style, just wallop into it.
it's not locked,
Oh,
but I'm willing to
fine.
make
I
it
guess I'll
locked if
just
you want to
open
do a
it.
little
No,
bit.
No, it's fine. I'll open it the regular way.
Yeah.
The path of resistance.
I like. There's like I open it and it like actually opens. I'm like,
One of these days.
One of
I'm so
these
sorry
days,
to
they're gonna-
disappoint you, man. You do find a couple of things in there. It's clear that this was just to hold like both like a dresser and just kind of like some knickknacks and belongings. You find like a change of clothes. It's like a dress. You find a set of like artisans tools that make me a crafting check. Actually, I'll make it. So
Okay.
what's your bonus?
+1.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you're not super sure what they do.
You think I make my own stuff? No. I don't even own scissors. Like, calm down.
Lisa, what did you find?
I would be looking at some random tools and stuff, probably peasant shenanigans.
Whoa. A man who doesn't know how to use his own tools isn't much of a man at all.
Well, the good thing I'm a woman.
She's got you there.
So you find
Can't be
with
mad
that
at that.
banger, yeah. You find those. Again, not able to super suss out what it might be. Except for that, like some of these things seem like they would either do some sewing or some cutting, and that's about the most that you can.
I've seen them before at the tailor, but like not
You
know
can
what they do.
yeah, it's not like familiar tools to you, but you can sense what some of them might do. You also find a small iron key,
Oh, keys are excellent.
as well as you find kind of tucked under some of the clothes as you're rifling through it, a small stack of what looked to be like, you would say a book, but it's apparent to you that it must be some kind of journal, as you can see like where the pages have gotten like taller from like scribbles or things pasted inside. You see a stack of about 3 of those.
Jumbles, I have clues for you.
He jumps off. He's in the doorway immediately again. Where?
Here, there's these books. They're very exciting. They could be very interesting books. I would hand the books off, and also, could I tell by just looking at the clothing if they're from a similar era as the clothes from the other hallway?
For sure. Give me another society check for that.
Could I go? Oh, it was a 19. It rolled onto a 1.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, that's a 7 total, but it's a natural 1, so...
I mean, you were looking at a suit before.
Yeah,
this is not nearly as fine a fare.
Yeah.
So you don't really interest yourself in that kind of. It's not really. It's a little beneath.
I
you.
touch it. It's dusty. I'm like, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Gross.
At about this point, if you've gone ahead and opened up the other door,
Right.
I think we'll flash over to you for a moment.
Did you say it was 3 stacks of books? Or
Yeah.
3 books?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
And what you find.
Is Amadeus still behind me, or have we lost everybody?
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. What you find is a small, cozy space. Would have been probably very cozy when the fire was lit. A couple more bookshelves. These ones kind of stored with like little like sort of knickknacks and things on them, and 2 high-backed chairs. You kind of are able to suss out that this might have been like a sitting room or a reading room of some kind. Again, lined with some bookshelves and some tiny little knickknacks on various shelves, like little statuettes or little kind of collectibles. Who are my searchers? It's you guys?
Yes.
But only Amadeus is in that room.
Yeah.
So give me a perception check, Amadeus.
I would love to. Okay, that's 15.
A 15?
Yes.
You kind of just look around and you're perusing just various books and knickknacks, but nothing really jumps out at you.
Okay.
Seems clear enough.
Jumbles, while you're here, do you mind looking up on this through this chimney and see if there's any scratch marks? No scratch marks. Disturbances in the chimney place?
Good idea. And I'm gonna do that. I'll look up at the chimney and see if there's any scuffs in there.
All right, we've done this bit before, so I'm gonna
Song and dance.
I'm gonna let you scramble up there if somebody's there to give you a boost. You hop up there and you're doing your waddle up.
Just do it, yeah.
Your theme music
all
kicks
for you.
in.
Just frogging it.
Right. You don't see anything out of the ordinary in here.
He slides
Are these-
down, just covered in soot.
Are these
Normal
two,
activity.
These 2 fireplaces aren't connected, are they? They're on opposite sides of the same wall I see on the map. Like, are they going into the same chute with me and Amadeus as we're poking our head into this room? See Jumbles shooting up on the other side.
Yeah, you know what? I guess they probably would be on the same chute. So yeah, no, you see your grandpa.
Oh, so this is just like a small walkway.
Yeah, no, I guess you found a secret passage.
Yeah,
figured
it's a
it had, like,
regular walkway.
divider.
No, that's
The
super
divider's
true.
gonna go
I
all
never
the way
would have
up the
thought that
thing,
they would just. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's no reason
Imagine
why they'd be split.
Jumbles didn't realize that, so he goes up the chimney and then comes back down and is looking at the other room. He goes, "What happened?
Yeah.
Where am I?"
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so then I'll go around to the other. I'll like look down, bend down, go over to the other side of the room, and I might look a little bit more of the knickknacks. on the wall, see if there's anything interesting about these statues in particular.
Roll
I'm
me
gonna
that
be kind of
perception check.
poking around that room. I'm not searching. I'm just scouting, looking for anything weird. Still just like kind of prodding at stuff. The tip of my sword cane.
Can I also
Poke
do?
the chair, make sure it doesn't move.
Can I also do a perception check since I've suddenly appeared in the room?
Yes, you may. Both of you.
I'm here now. Not sure what
That
happened.
is a total of 20.
A total 20.
A
Excellent.
total of 20, yes.
Total 18.
Total 18. As you are both kind of like sorting through the books and the shelves, you find like some different fun little knickknacks. You find like little figurines of birds or of like small houses. Nothing really jumps out at you until you both kind of meet over at the other shelf, and you both noticed one little wooden sculpture that really jumps out at you just because it's so well made. It's got far more detail on it than the other ones in the room, and it is a statue of like two probably teenage-ish kids standing back to back. One small boy holding a bow and arrow, and the other a girl holding a hammer and ruler. And Litsi, you notice as you pick it up, on the very back, written on the base, you see the initials AX.
AX. Well, the mansion is called Zarwin Mansion, so this might be actually the children. Zarwin children, maybe?
Wait, Zarwin with an X?
Yes,
Who
XA.
spelled Zarwin with an X?
Well, the manor did. It was right on the front gate.
I didn't see the front gate. I only heard you guys saying it.
My goodness. Yes. Well, this might be the children or something. Very well made statue, though. Here, by the way, we do have a key. Snooping has its purposes every once in a while. So, not that it's snooping.
It's clue looking. We're looking for clues.
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
Nice flavoring. I like that.
And I will give the key also to Jumbles.
Excitedly takes it and just puts it in his little satchel.
It's a very important key. I'm sure it will come up.
Interesting and all, but I don't think there's anything really to be found here. I guess we should keep going.
What was it? A hammer and a ruler?
A hammer and a ruler.
Well,
The
that's
girl
an
was
interesting.
Well,
I mean,
like an
that's an
architect of some
interesting.
kind. That's a
Maybe an interesting
most
weapon.
kids want to grow up to be a guard or a soldier.
Yeah, one's an archer, so that means very. I don't know.
Does-
interesting fit.
Do these shelves look like the ones from the dream that had like the stuff coming off of it?
Ooh. Let's see. What do I want you to? I'm not gonna have you roll for that. They seem similar, but they're not exactly the same. As you're kind of thinking on it, trying to really draw a picture in your mind of exactly what it looked like, the biggest thing that sticks out to you is that it's just not long enough. There's not enough of the books, really. It was a much longer.
Well, it was a weird nightmare, so I mean, like,
It's
So-
true.
things get distorted.
Similar style, but not the same
Not
shelf.
quite.
Okay.
I am slowly dying inside because I don't have a pencil. Do you guys know? I'm like, I'll be fine. I don't need a pencil. And then I'm like, can I just write all of this down, please? I'm dying.
See, you made it. What time was it? You made it like an hour before your.
That was pretty good.
Literally
That was pretty good.
from lack of ability
I'd
to take
I'd
notes.
look around and I'm like, I'm dying. Help.
I'm pretty in character. I wrote down like a half page of notes sent to me yesterday, and now I'm the tenant Talus. I have literally written down nothing.
My goodness. Okay, perfect. I'm happy. We can continue now.
Congratulations, man.
Go on to the other room in the hallway.
Excellent.
Yeah, I suppose we'll move up to that door and see what happens.
All right.
Sure.
Only good things ever. You slide open that door, and it reveals a cozy, cramped, filled to the brim, every wall lined, floor to ceiling, with all of these bookshelves. You're immediately hit with a wall of like that old book smell, you know, like when you get it. Yeah.
The
Which
That's must.
That's a must. That's the good must.
Yeah,
Premium
paper.
must.
Like all
This
in
room
his
is
library.
just packed with books. And not just books. You also immediately notice that floating through some of the shelves here, you see these sort of mists or figures, not quite like a gaseous mist, like almost as if like a cloud of liquid were moving through liquid, where it forms more solid shapes, as if the air around you were the liquid it was in, as it sort of peruses, not really with any distinguishing features, but you see almost as if a hand were scrolling through all of the books, resting for a moment, tapping at one, pausing, and then just resuming. You see two of these floating in between these aisles.
Can I do an occultism check? Double's
Can
probably gonna be like,
I do-
yo, I love
can
ghost
I do
stories. I
And
think
do
that's
they-
what
do
this
they-
is.
Look like anything other than just super like vague shapes. They're not
Not really.
okay.
You can. Would you like
It's
to
not.
also?
I'm just scouting, but it doesn't look like these aren't like people-shaped clouds of like ancient specters or nothing. Just some shapes.
It's not really clear. They're kind of rippling around right now.
Okay, it's like a
Um,
haze.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
might
like
you see what might be a head or what might be just the front of it, but nothing is really like concrete. It's almost as if it's out of focus. Go ahead and roll me that occultism check, Jumbles.
I'm so excited. Let's see if he does it. That's a 15 on the die plus 11, so 26.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I think he does it.
I think he does.
I think he's doing it.
My voice detected.
Hey, guess what? You did it.
What are you trying to investigate with these guys? What are you looking at specifically?
I think he's just trying to confirm. He reads a lot of like supernatural ghost stories. Like that's his favorite thing in the world.
Mhm.
Supernatural like detective stories. So I think he's trying to see if these are phantoms, ghosts, specters, something like that. That is previously was a person, is now a dead thing. Is now not of this world.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are peering at these. I'm assuming. Are you getting up close to it? Or are
Yeah,
you...
he's gonna get as close as he can without
Well,
Close
well,
as
without.
we can, it's gonna be like the edge of
Yeah.
the shelf. We're definitely not
Well,
letting him go any further.
As
Whoa.
close as you can is a geese arm distance.
Yeah, that's about-
Whoa.
He's getting close. He's getting.
we-
Yeah,
he's
he's
pushing
gonna
that
say, no,
boundary
stay back.
immediately.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you getting like up in their grill?
He's not.
Not if he's making an athletics check against 3 adults. I don't think.
Yeah,
he's
I was
not
gonna
really-
say we'll have to
I'm
roll
being-
some
I'm being
initiative
honest, I'm being
within
honest.
the party.
He's not gonna be like this close to
Yeah.
it, right? He's probably
Gonna
like
be
like a good
yeah,
like
yeah,
5-10
mhm.
feet away from it, like safely examining it before he tries to then go touch it.
I
That
have-
will be his goal, is to go up close to it.
You definitely hear my purse, the chain kind of lock into mall mode just in case.
Just in case.
But yeah,
Definitely
he,
have like a hand on Jumble's shoulder. Like, hey, there.
if
and-
somebody, if somebody holds, he's not gonna resist, but
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
try to like get as close as he can.
Look, don't touch, Jumbles.
as you get closer up to it, you start to see more of a face kind of peering out of it, but it's only marginally human. There's things about it that would resemble a human, but it seems far more monster or creature or beast like. It doesn't seem like maybe just like some guy who died and passed on.
Yeah.
Here there's something more to this.
Okay, so he'll turn around and go, it's not just a ghost of a guy, but it's something like a creature almost.
Well, you might want to not bother these. They seem to be perfectly content.
The only
to-
thing I'm less excited about disturbing than a ghost is some strange monster. Looks like we got a staircase next to us. Does that look like it goes all the way up to the next floor? It doesn't have like a loft or anything in it. That looks like it's just going up a
It
level.
looks like it's going to the next floor.
Okay, well, I see a door down this aisle in front of me at the far end of this here reading room. Or,
Down. Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah, I don't
see a
know.
door.
I doubt they would have any kitchens up on the second floor because
no,
just
I'm
groceries.
just looking, yeah.
Yeah, we might
I don't
want
think we
to
should
try
go up
and.
there. I think you might be right about the back then. Does it look like we could make our way through and around here without having to get too close to any of this stuff? Like around near this hearth on the northern end? Is that window broken next to the staircase?
No, it is. It is.
In or out?
Ooh, good question. In, I guess. Like somebody might have thrown a rock from outside into.
Is it
into
like
inside.
a rock broken, or is it like the whole window has gone broken? So it looks like it's a fairly big window.
It looks like something hit it and the glass kind of shattered. There's some bits clinging on. You could climb out of it. You'd have to be
I'm
careful.
just gonna kind of point it with my tip of my sword. That very possibly looks like something could have come through. I don't know how long ago.
Is that just like a courtyard in the back? If we were looking out the window, just like
I'm gonna go peer out the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're able to peek out the window and you see a couple of benches sort of surrounding like a little fountain, not a working fountain, probably obviously, and like a fenced-in little garden with some different figurines, kind of on the edges of the different like pickets of the fence.
Is this still, or is this also overgrown with all these like blackberry vines, or is this one more clear?
More clear than the previous, but still overgrown.
Well, maybe for something later.
I'm gonna keep moving down the room. I'm gonna stick to like the northern end of the room here. And if you're watching this, whatever this churn and mist is as I walk by it, but I'm trying to give it a decently wide berth if possible. But I'm not like silent up against the hearth, and there's only so much space.
Gotcha. So you're trying to cross past it?
I'm kind of just walking around the north end of the room, like towards the further window, towards the far corner.
Gotcha. Roll me a stealth check.
You got
Not
this.
really trained in being sneaky. I can just roll a natural 20 though.
Oh man, yeah. You sneak past so slyly that
I mean, he does have a mirror, so maybe you just mirrored across.
Oh,
That's you could have just mirrored. You are able to. It is a tight squeeze. Again, this is a very cramped space. It is hard to avoid disturbing sort of these, whatever they are. And you're able to just sidle right past. You see some of it kind of like waft a little bit, but it doesn't seem to notice you.
I don't like the look of that, but it doesn't seem impossible to get by. It's...
Well, why don't you check out that door first? I don't see any reason for all of us to go over there if we're just going to be coming back anyways.
Well, as I put my head around the corner, I can see the back end of this door. We kind of came a much more straight path here. I think this is just the back side of the foyer. I'm going to check that big door on the angle. Walk up over there. Is that locked?
Going back
That
this way.
door is which door?
The one
The
going
one that
back
would be
into
the
foyer.
northeast door and the entryway.
Oh, yes. It's not locked.
If you want to just slip back through the hall, the group of y'all can come back around here.
That might be best choice. I'm not a fan of walking through these. I would
well,
rather
they're-
not disturb them.
Coming around, I'm going to check this little door down next to it. Looks like it can't be much more than a closet.
All right.
So we're just tootling around.
On my way.
You peek
I'm
in
not
there.
waiting for him or anything. I'm peeking when they come in, yeah.
That door.
Yeah.
You jostle the handle, and appears to be locked.
Is it a small iron key requiring something
I don't
kind of...
know. Wouldn't you like to know?
Before they get around here, I'm just gonna slip out what looks almost just like a small bent metal, almost kind of like an Allen key,
Ooh.
and a little lever, and just see if I can pop it real quick.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and give me a thievery check.
Yeah, 17 total. I got these. I'm not really good at it.
You kind of pick at it and you're shimmying it in there a little bit, And you feel like you maybe clicked a pin or two, but no, close but no cigar.
I'm gonna tuck it back in my pocket as I see them coming around through the door. This is locked.
When you jiggle that lock, go ahead and make me another stealth check.
It's probably fine, guys.
Natural 20.
Never mind.
Oh
no,
my!
you're so cool, dude.
You are the stealthiest man.
You're like so freaking fine. Actually,
I'm trying to hide from them, and it just happens to be hiding from whatever other horrible things are in here. I don't want them to see this.
So is it a key that a lock that looks like
Yeah,
it
it's got a-
might have a key that we have?
Do you try and put it
Yeah, he holds it up.
in? You feel the lock turn.
He does that and he opens it.
Okay.
Convenient.
As the door creaks open, you feel a sort of despair hit the pit of your stomach as it creaks open with this loud screech.
Got me roll another 20? I'll roll another 20.
Let the man roll another 20.
He's just got
Let
like
me get another third
he's
one in
just
a
got
row.
like oil on hand, like a pot of oil that he throws at the door.
With that loud, obvious creak of this old door just peeling forward, you can almost feel eyes on the back of your head. And as you both turn around, or all four of you rather, would turn around, you would see these mists rile up, revealing awful skeletal heads hiss, and everybody can roll me initiative when we get back from our break.
Smooth. I'll poke them.
So everybody get yourself a little snack, go potty if you got to, now's the time. We're gonna be right back here waiting for you when we return in 10 minutes or so. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from getting your snack, a little drinkity. We're in trouble. Roll some initiative.
I'm a
Things
poke
are
'em.
rough.
I am
Things aren't
scouting,
good.
so everybody gets the +1.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
that's
Your
true.
Let's
initiative.
go.
Sick. A little less sick, but acceptable, I guess. Just regular bad.
Yeah.
We're rolling hot around here. My gosh,
Rolls are spicy tonight.
they are.
What was that?
In
What was that?
distance.
Nothing. It's nothing.
As
you don't hear.
Jumbles, he's hungry.
You don't hear anything.
The rumblings of Jumble.
Jumbles being a little hungry.
Jumbles, rumbles.
Oh my
Jumble
gosh.
rumble.
All right, Litzy, you want to give me some
28?
initiative?
That's 28 right there.
Nat 20?
No, 28.
Oh,
It
28.
started with an 18.
Okay, 28. Firmly up the front so far.
25.
25.
What the hell?
And I thought my 24 was good, but
Dang! Oh my gosh, guys.
18.
Okay.
Wow, what a
That was really
potato!
good.
No.
Look at
And
this man in the
then-
middle of the hallway, standing up front, going last.
Rather
Oh,
conveniently, we've got just sandwiching.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's bad.
it's
Hey, well, they're
fine.
back to
I
back.
kinda
That means
liked
back
it.
to back
I-
is usually bad.
I kind of dig it.
I went away. I went away.
But we're also back to back. So
That's true.
think of it like that. And there's more of us.
We have the power of family on our side.
Oh my gosh, that is the strongest.
You.
Excuse me.
That was
Wow.
cool. Rebels
Don't
never
you
thought
dare
that.
let Vin Diesel hear.
Whoa! He's always watching.
Worry, I don't got friends.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
gonna be 3 of
Okay.
those.
All right. So, we're gonna start with this red mist over here. They're both red on the map. There, one yellow. And as he just kind of whips around, and you just see his maw open up and lash out towards you. He's gonna come around here, straight to the front.
Good.
And he is going to attack
The guy who's in the front.
Talus.
That's
So sorry about that. Well, I mean, but does a 12 hit?
I'm dodge that one.
Just give it to
fortunately.
me straight. Yeah.
That's if a 12 hits, something has gone horribly wrong in character crit. I'm not even sure how you could do that.
Sounds like a challenge.
Oh.
Colby has done it probably.
You would need to have.
You know.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
You would need to be naked and have
and
8 dex.
afraid.
And afraid.
And level 1.
Yeah.
This creature lashes out towards you, forming almost like a tendril, sort of, with just this column of mist. And he is going to try one more time to hit you. And this is no better. He's come racing around this corner, and he is just haphazardly flinging these sort of like arms of mist at you. But he does not hit you, and that will be his turn.
I am actually going to wait until after Amadeus goes.
Forget about it.
Father,
Anyways?
help!
Father, help!
Father, help.
Okay, so there's a bookshelf
Yes.
to my left. How big is the bookshelf? Does it go along the
Floor to
entire
ceiling.
wall? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Go
gotcha.
through it.
I was gonna just...
Looney Tunes style.
Come on, man.
Okay. Am I able to move through creatures? I'm not able to move through creature spaces, am I?
You're looking at me like you want me to answer this question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move through friendly spaces. If it's super tight, it's difficult terrain. That's up to her if she thinks that this is tight enough for that. Moving through enemies is an acrobatics check. So it's not fantastic because you're trying to kind of slip past and around them. You can push them back, shoving with athletics, but those are pretty much like the two ways to get by an enemy, is to go through them with acrobatics or to move them out of the way with athletics. Although if they're not solid, then you can't shove them, and also they can't stop you from moving through them
So we could just walk
on
through?
account of their myth. So like it depends on if they're corporeal or not. If they're not corporeal, you just walk through them.
They're
take up
not like
space.
especially corporeal.
No, they're like,
There's only one way to find out.
Like maybe once in a blue moon. They might-
Yeah, I'm gonna just charge in and see what happens, I guess.
Going
All
on
right.
through.
yeah, no, go for it.
Like him moving, I see that as an opportunity to just rush in and, get survey the battlefield, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move right on top of, actually no, at the very kind of at the corner of that one bookshelf. On top of that. To the right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Pathfinder.
Yeah. We found the square.
we have won the game. We can go home now, guys.
We found the path.
Not having a physical table was.
And then can I power attack around the corner?
Can you power attack around the corner? I don't think so. I think you're gonna need to get around the corner.
Okay, so I will get to on top.
So one space left.
One left.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
yeah,
left.
Yeah.
Get some space.
Gotcha. So yeah, then my first action's movement, and then I'll go for a big power attack.
All right.
There's nothing wrong with power attacks.
Big.
Hit me.
That's
Oh my
that's a
gosh.
19 on the die plus 12.
Big.
I mean, screw me, right? Like, what am I even here for? Yeah, no, you hit me.
Is that a crit?
That is good. Sorry, what was the number you said again?
31.
31.
Yeah, no, it crits. Yeah.
Crit on a power
I just want to make sure you know what you're asking. Yeah.
Listen, I just work here, man.
One of my favorite parts of high level Pathfinder. Does a 65 crit you? Yes. Idiot.
So a crit power attack, that would be
So you would roll two d10s,
2d10s.
add 4, double the
Uh-huh.
whole thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Sure.
Forget about that.
Paper shredder.
Okay,
Oh,
that's a
10.
10.
Oh
That's
my
for the first
gosh,
roll.
dude!
And then
And
that's a 9 plus
Oh
4,
my God,
46!
You eviscerated a ghost.
Okay, everybody chill out. What kind of damage is it?
Slashing damage.
Magical slashing damage.
Magical slashing damage?
Someone's gonna start adding 2 zeros at the end. Every given monster's HP.
Ah, fighters. They're beautiful beasts.
Dude, you here there's a problem.
Yeah.
You squeeze past the corner around your son.
Excuse me.
You get over to the bookshelf, you spend some time placing yourself.
Getting
And
a
then you
real
go,
good lining it up. Getting it square.
Yeah, he dissipates into thin air. That's an insane amount of damage.
Wow.
Nothing else to say. He's dead.
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
Oh my gosh, what a hit.
That immediately handled them having turns back to back.
Father, no.
Yeah.
Good work. Good tactics, father.
Nice and clean.
And
Death
that's
is
my,
the
There's
best
nothing
CC.
I can do about that. Nope.
that's my
Go
turn.
off, King.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
Our fighter's fun.
Lisa, you want to?
Yeah, you know what? This is a good suggestion.
Yeah. I will, very disappointed in these ghosts. They're like, you are ruining Jumble's experience with ghosts. And,
Are they?
They got him
I
on the
think
corner.
Jumbo's is
they're
hyper.
not supposed to be that, like, malicious, first of all.
They don't look malicious at all. He's just wiggling at me, and then he blew up.
Well, it was the intent. They're supposed to be friendly ghosts. That's the whole point. So I am immediate rage. Overwhelming. I cannot believe they would try and ruin Jumbles'
She's
dream
breathing out here. Oh my god.
Absolutely
She gets
outraged.
shaken even a little bit. Like
Yeah, my purse is already in like beat stick mode, so we are just going to like we are just going to walk with purpose up to this next one. Probably actually walk through it and be on the other side.
Just make eye contact as you literally walk past his
Yeah.
face.
You walk through
Um,
his face.
And yeah, you know, that's a great idea. Well, I guess I don't want to intimidate. I guess I can just go whoop stick. That's fine. That's fine. That's my whole maneuver. I'm gonna walk. As I walk through it, I'm going to do this swivel and just come down, and try and also smush the ghost.
all right,
This is just
excellent.
the ghost is unacceptable.
Ready
This is
for a
ridiculous.
5-second combat? Because here we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is only a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. Sweet. And then we got 1d.
Do another 100 damage.
Yeah, we're looking.
Make me cry.
Yeah.
Send me right back to
Oh
therapy,
no, it's a
Brit.
1 damage.
Oh.
No, you forgot the
so
100.
plus 6 though, so
Plus 6.
7.
All right,
7
7?
damage. Yes, totally.
Okay. You bring this thing sailing straight through that mist. And well, it didn't matter quite as much for Gary's super hit. Although it still did happen. You do see that your beat stick, right? It seems to pass just straight through the mist. It definitely did something, but maybe not quite as much as you thought it did.
I'm more angry than I am accurate right now, so that's just how that's going.
That's how it, yeah. He's full of passion.
Full of passion.
Excellent.
Also, I don't want to kill it too quick because I want it to know what is done wrong.
Right, yeah, it's gotta feel something.
He's got to understand
Person
remorse
needs to feel
before he
shame,
explodes.
Yeah.
and then it can die in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be any fun if it died feeling good about itself.
Yes.
So Jumbles will. He's gonna devise a stratagem first. Do that before we do anything else.
He's like, it's a ghost.
And it's only a 10. I'll use a hero point. You know what?
I should have used a hero point.
Let's do it. Let's go. I shouldn't have used a hero point. I got a 9.
Slightly worse.
Okay, so I'm not gonna shoot it. So instead, what I'll do is I don't think anybody's hurt, are they?
Nope.
Baller.
Yeah, no, not really. We're fine.
Yeah, no, everyone's pretty sick.
If you're hurt, I didn't do it. Okay. This guy didn't do it.
Jumbles has faith in his family. Especially his
I mean, after seeing your grandfather, I have faith in your
Jumbles
grandfather.
is going to now spend his turns He's gonna move into the open room that we've just opened and start investigating.
Go in the closet.
No, in the little closet we just opened, Tumbles is just gonna go in there and kind of just start looking around.
Start rooting.
You see the sounds of muffled, violent
There's
combat.
a lot of combat happening. and
Oh
Tumbles
my
is like,
gosh.
Jumbles is
These are pretty
just
icy here.
humming a song.
I'm like, don't watch, Jumbles. Don't watch.
It's gonna be like, it's pretty cool here.
All right. Yeah, no, sure. Why not? I guess. You come down, you are traveling down a lot of steps, actually.
Before he goes down, he's gonna poke Talus on the shoulder and go, there's a staircase down here.
Oh.
And he's gonna go down the staircase.
Wait, Jumbles! Jumbles! Let's see, Jumbles went down the stairs.
Oh my goodness. I told him not to watch the ghosts, and this is what happens.
Oh my gosh.
Just gone.
He just disappeared. You climb down these stairs. They're going on for quite some time, so it's gonna use the majority. It's gonna take about probably 2 of your actions to get
He
down
had
there.
nothing else he
We're
could
going
possibly
We're going
do.
to the
Deep down there.
sub-basement.
And you arrive in this dank room, completely dark. No source of light. Do you have anything?
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision?
GM, I have dark vision.
Huh?
GM, I have dark vision. GM, I can see
Dark-
the darkness.
dark-
What do
yeah,
I
I
see?
can see dark.
Oh,
GM,
that's
I have
right.
dark
You're
vision.
all
Low,
have, okay. Yeah.
Low.
Anyway, forget about it.
Oh,
Bad.
everything's great.
What you see is a small-ish kind of room. Couple of things inside. You see a pair of desks kind of stood against one wall, like writing desks maybe. One has like some tools on it. You're not really sure what it is. And then you see kind of surrounding the rest of these walls, you see a lot of books, more bookcases. And you see a cabinet with like glass doors on it, but they're cracked. And there's different writing tools in there, kind of just a
Cracked like the doors are cracked open, or cracked like the
like the
windows
glass
cracked?
of the door is cracked.
Cool. Just clarification.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
they're like really good at video games.
yeah.
MLG.
They're CSGO champions, yeah.
And you see stored inside there's various kind of papers and things like that. In the chest, it's all kind of blank. It's like stuff that you would use to like it's like consumable resources kind of thing.
Jumbles is standing at the bottom of the staircase with his arms, his hands on his hips, and he goes, this is much better for me. And that's his turn.
Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah,
Well-
how are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm gonna look at this strange figure here. It's coalesced out of the mist as Litzy rushes behind it and trying to figure out what in the hell this thing is necessarily. That's gonna be a 23 with a plus 11 from my esoteric lore to identify if it has any weaknesses.
Excellent. You are definitely able to figure some stuff out here. Just the weaknesses, sir, or
Unless it critically succeeds, it's just the weakness, highest weakness. Yep.
okay, just the highest weakness would be fire.
Like to see it spicy. So then, with that, I will stride forward up to the other side of this ghost with Litzy, and as I move, I'm pulling out this little wrapped, looks like a sticky tar roll of paper here, and I run it down along my blade. And it leaves a little bit of a kind of a moist sheen along the edge of the blade of the cane sword as I slash it forward.
Moist.
Ooh.
Moist.
Don't do that again.
Extra moist.
I don't like the
How
sheen
moist
part of
is it?
Like,
Them,
there's-
them moist sticks over
It's not
there.
that moist, really. And as I whip it up towards the specter here, you just see a little rip, a little tinge of blue flame just sear down the length of the blade as I slash out at it. So this will count as
Woo!
triggering his weakness to fire damage should I hit him with it, which I still need to do, and I probably will. 16 on the die is going to give me a 25 to hit him.
25 will hit.
Okie dokie. So then that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage that will trigger the fire weakness.
Excellent. All right. Yes, he definitely felt that as you bring it down, just slashing through him. You you see the little bits of fire kind of licking up off of your sword start to kind of create sparks and things off of this form. And it definitely hurt.
I'll kind of see that and tell Litzy, I don't know if you have anything for it, but surprisingly quite flammable. It's not vapor, this mist.
I think all of my family flame kind of damage might be a little bit dangerous in this room.
Well, leave it to me.
Didn't stop you at all.
Excellent. All right, and after getting literally licked with the fire, right? Thank you. This mist is going to turn, and it is going to lunge once more towards you, Talus.
This is the other one. They just both hate me. I guess that's fair. And it's stingent.
You just hit it.
Spicy.
You hit it more than that one did. Yeah. Is a 19 going to hit?
It is not.
It's not.
Nice.
Level 3. 19, I'll just barely dip under that. If you're blessed, it will, but it's just
Oh,
barely.
I am not blessed, sir. No, sir.
Not quite.
All right. Well, completely surrounded, with little else to be doing, he's just gonna swing again. And this time he's going for Litzy.
Rude.
And that is going to be a 16.
Also, no, it turns around and just kind of freezes.
Turns around,
It
thinks
does-
better of
yeah,
it.
it does not turn around again.
It kind of whips around, it looks at you, and then it whips back around, and somehow it looks kind of panicked because it's cornered, and there's not really much to be doing with it.
Turns around, I'm running my blade through this little thing of strange, this little,
Are
like,
you ready for your
thick
execution?
wrap again.
So dark.
I mean, it doesn't hit you. It's
Wrong
not
family.
able to. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't. It comes close, I think, but does a 23 hit, you said?
23 will hit me.
Oh, 23 will hit?
23, no, he's not that high.
guys,
He's absolutely gonna hit me. No, I'm
Wait,
not.
on
Come
third
on.
attack?
You can roll like 19 and stuff
Wow.
on attacks.
That is a
Well,
smacking-
no, wow, how? That means his attack modifier is quite high, Adam. But it's probably -8.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It
still like a
comes
12 to hit.
passing through you. And despite it being this sort of like gaseous form, it seems to just almost cut you. And you will initially take 4 slashing damage. As well as, when we get to your turn, some persistent bleed damage. But I will need you to roll me a fortitude save.
I'm slightly better at that. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Excellent. All right.
Excellent.
That is, you are unaffected by anything else.
Hold on.
All right. And that's his turn.
No stranger to a fight.
Hello.
Hi.
Would you like to come hit it for 50 damage?
I see the blender has arrived.
Yes. Are we ready for the end of combat?
I
Hope
am,
you've enjoyed this encounter, everyone.
I am gonna take a step forward, and
I'm going to duck.
instinctually,
Formation.
It's the
I
ground.
hear the footsteps behind me.
Yeah.
and second verse, same as the first.
Yep.
Power attack.
Give it to me.
Okay, that's not as good. That's a that's a 21.
21 will hit.
Actually, no, excuse
25,
me,
yeah,
25.
Oh,
No, I looked at
still
the wrong modifier.
Just as good.
Is it flat-footed?
It is, but
It
I don't
is.
think a 25 is going to make a crit either.
All right, I was just wondering.
That's a 7. That's an 8. 19.
19.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's still standing.
It's still standing. It's kind of, it's not so much of a form anymore as just kind of, like just a little bit of mist in the air. And it is barely standing. Is that going to be your turn, sir?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until after Talus goes and actually kind of look at the doorway, and I don't see Jumbles, and I push my glasses up my nose.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna wait.
You feel that.
Yeah, you feel that?
Yeah, shiver
You
runs
feel
down
it
my
in the force. You have never
Make
felt.
no mistake.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh no. Mom's mad.
Oh,
Please make a will save.
come on, hear the full name.
Your malevolent counter just goes to 20.
I'm screwed.
Mom
We have a
malevolent.
bless for Jumbles, by the way,
Oh, thank you.
Hashtag blessed.
For
I'm feeling very
for the-
hashtag blessed.
for that nifty hat.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's a great hat.
Good hat.
I'm feeling great.
What are you in this hat doing down here in the basement?
Me and this hat are vibing. He's jumps. I think he's just standing there with his, like, just looking around the room. He goes, let's go for that first. He's gonna look over at the cabinet and walk over and start just looking at it. Just start investigating.
Cabinets have been known to be very safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Notoriously.
very safe.
Yeah. You kind of peek around. It doesn't take any kind of check. You're kind of rifling through all the supplies. Or you like looking under different things. It just seems to be like supplies that you might. It's papers. It's some leather. It's some thread and ink. Various things that you might use to maybe make books or something or repair books. All of it though is definitely not stood up to the test of time. It's worn down. A lot of it, because it's kind of damp in here, is moldy.
All right. So that's one action. Next, Jumbles. He's gonna go over, look at the. I guess he'll just go look at the desk with all the papers and see if he can read any of the papers. If those are
Sure.
salvageable.
Yep, you go over to the desk.
Scalping it.
There isn't any written little notes on the desk. It seems like one is perfectly cleared. The other one seems like maybe they were in the process of assembling or repairing a book or a journal of some kind. But it is blank, maybe meant to be filled after the fact.
All right. He's moved. He's looked at stuff. I think it's his turn.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
That's
this is
it.
really fun.
Yeah.
Had a good time. I'm not gonna wince and see that where this thing is slashed through me. It's I imagine it didn't actually like damage my clothing or anything, but I can see it starting to stain with blood underneath from whatever it's ripped through me. I reach into a pocket with my free hand, and I'm gonna pull out a little. Looks like a sprig of a waxy kind of clover, a bit of tinge of purple around the end of the blades, and just sort of slide it across just the front of my jacket and my shirt, where the slash is, and mutter something low under my breath. But it's the greatest divine work the world has seen. And I'm going to immediately attempt to stop that, because I have a feat, root to life, that's just screw persistent damage.
Oh, that's nice.
He said no.
No,
Thank you.
I got a roll for it.
Okay.
But it's just an immediate flat DC 10 50-50 check to end
Nice.
all sources of persistent damage, whatever they may be, whatever their
Dang,
source.
dude.
Just like 11, so that's gone.
Yep.
And I just sort of wave this, mutter a few
Yeah,
words.
you rub
and
some Neosporin on it.
staunches
Yeah,
the worst of the bleeding. And then I'll just sort of, as I even tuck that back in, I flick the sword out again as another little swath of blue fire dances across it for a dirty 20.
Excellent. So, how are you ending this?
With that,
There is literally no way that you cannot that you do not kill it right now.
yeah, with that fire that comes out, I see Mitzi just kind of looking, and I feel small bit of fear. Oh crap! Let me get downstairs. Just quickly whip this into the thing, and my blade goes through the middle of it, and the fire sort of just ripples out from the center, almost just burning this thing away. A little sea of blue embers and trails as it just dissipates, and I immediately just kind of turn over to the side. Like, you went in there. There's stairs apparently.
Run down the stairs.
Excellent. All right.
Stairs apparently.
I didn't see them. I just heard your footsteps descending into the depths.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right. You all, I'm assuming, just race down the steps.
Yeah, you hear like a very foreboding click, click, click down the steps going down, and they are purposeful. This is like a controlled rage.
I am not controlled. I hurry down the stairs very quickly. And
He is
imagine I just see
flying.
Jumbles and I rush
Sitting
up
on
to
the
him.
desk with a bunch of papers
Jumbles,
around him.
Jumbles, your mom is coming and she is angry.
Ah!
Calm down, Jumbles.
He's running in circles.
Click, click, click.
Oh my gosh!
He's standing on the table with salute. He's right there just doing that.
He's fine. See?
Room secured.
Jumbles,
Yes.
do you know how dangerous that is?
Yes. Can I, if I can,
No, you
there
can't.
was nothing down here, and you guys, there were big scary things up
How
there.
did you know there wasn't anything down here? Daddy dearest, what have we said before about running off alone? Dad, what was it again?
Don't do that.
Oh, that's right. That was the words that you said.
Darn
Great accompaniment. I'm pretty sure he sat both you and Cassandra down specifically and said, what was it, dearest?
Don't do that.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Well, I'm glad are we all on the same page?
He's looking down at his feet. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm very glad you're all right, and I'm glad that there was nothing down here. But it's very moldy down here, doesn't it? It smells terrible.
Yeah, it looks like they made books down here or something.
I reach into my bag and pull out my
Your whooping
ever-burning
stick.
torch.
Your flashlight, dude.
Yes.
He's gonna make me find a
That's a
switch.
flashlight. That's a flashlight. Excellent. Yep. No, everybody's able to see just fine, and it's just as previously described. Lots of bookshelves, various things for making books. You see, kind of like piled in different corners, some kind of rolled up like scrolls and things of that sort.
So, everything in here, you say that, like, the upper, or the main level of the house has been, like, somewhat, it looks like somewhat old, but it's pretty well kept. Is it very noticeably, like, the papers have fallen apart and that kind of stuff, noticeably different? Like, maybe there was, like, a difference of, like, this is technically outside the protection layer or whatever?
In this room in particular, there's some differences. There's definitely more mold. It's wetter down here now that we're deeper into the ground. It is. It's damp. It's moist. It's
That one's for the
But that's
folks
probably...
dark. It's the perfect culture to breed a bunch of mold and stuff. But as far as like, just like kind of more generic, aging or like dust collection. It seems much the same as upstairs.
Okay, so it is within that realm. Okay, sweet. I was just wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, for sure.
Well, maybe this is where we repaired the books from upstairs. Any more snooping to be had?
Would anybody like to be
can-
snooping?
I would
I would like to
to
snoop.
I'm not gonna like I'm still scouting, but they said there's piles of like rolled up scrolls or parchment like that. I'd just kind of be poking through them to see if there's anything of interest, but I wouldn't be looking hard enough to like make a perception check if one's necessary, just if there's anything immediately apparent.
Do you unscroll them or are you just
Yeah, I'll be like unscrolling them and looking at a couple.
as you're kind of perusing through, you do find a couple of scrolls that appear to be spell scrolls.
I can read spell scrolls.
You can do that. You want to know
What are they?
You want to know what spells
I
these
would
are?
love to know what spells they are.
You find a scroll of comprehend language, a scroll of hypercognition, and a scroll of restoration. It's fourth of restoration.
What's hypercognition do?
Makes you smart.
I'll show you.
Just like
I
you
have
mega
no
mind.
I have
Like,
no idea, but that's what I don't know. Sounds like it.
yeah, Jimmy Neutron suddenly.
Yeah.
Restoration, hypercognition, and comprehend languages.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, combined sounds pretty.
Can I do a look for any practical supplies, such as if there's any preserved foods, medical equipment, things like that?
Sure. You're kind of perusing around. You don't see anything explicitly that. Definitely not any food. If it were, it probably wouldn't have survived this room in particular. Nothing really medical. It's mostly bookkeeping supplies.
First aid kit.
No first aid kit. No healing potion tucked into one of the books. I mean, you find like some writing utensils that could theoretically be like a sort of needle, but that's like probably the closest stretch you're gonna get. Lots of paper.
Do you know if anything would stand out from Amadeus's point of view of like what's something that could help us?
That's the best I got for you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
While
Please?
Talus is doing that, can I do a battle medicine check on him to heal him up a little bit?
Sure.
You can just, if we're here for a minute, you can just do a regular medicine check. You don't
I'll
have
do a
to use
regular
battle medicine cooldown.
Alright, I'll do that then. That's not gonna do it. It's 2 + 8, 10.
Not critical failure.
I was gonna say.
Thank you, Jumbles.
How hurt are you? Are you
I'm
at like hero point level hurt?
I'm all right.
Okay.
It's nothing serious. You can clearly see, like, the jacket's fine. Under the jacket, if you see around my ascot, there's this little, there's a bit of a red stain through my undershirt, and there's still actually a bit of visible grooves on my neck from the tentacle beast from yesterday. I hadn't actually fully healed sleeping, and I didn't point it out or ask for assistance or anything. But looking through these, I mean, Jumbles, you here, give a crack at this, and I'll hand out hold one of the scrolls out to you. And it's a magical scroll, so it's not written with like words. It's our glyphs and sigils and kind of arcane runes. It's not a language per se, so much as it almost is like a geometrical diagram of magic. When I was showing you some of these, can you read this one?
Yeah, I'll try. And he'll open it up. And do I do a check or something? I don't know what I would do.
You probably can't unless you have a spell that lets you do it.
I've got detect magic. Let me
You
check.
actually you could use detect magic. Actually,
I have detect magic.
You could try and just read it like it's a regular magical item.
I would do that.
That'd be an occultism check.
I'll do that. I'm great at occultism. This is great for me. I'm a hero point it. I would like to just
so I
succeed.
need to be great.
Okay, just once. That's much better. 26 total.
Excellent. What are you doing again?
What's a third level DC?
A third level DC?
Yeah, it's surely lower than 26.
Oh, yeah, it's definite. He's got it first.
So,
Alright,
you would identify the scroll of hypercognition. You would see the structure of a spell that were you or someone to be able to cast, it would basically flood your mind with knowledge. Almost feeling like time would pause for a second as you looked and you analyzed every single bit of everything around you.
Whoa.
And mechanically, it lets you make 6 recall knowledge checks instantly.
Yo, okay.
It's, but I'm gonna put a damper on that. You can't use it. You can read it, but you can tell what it does.
Okay. So yeah, Jumbles goes, I could read it. It sounds really awesome.
You're doing good. That's a fairly complicated one, honestly. You've taken well to this if you can read this one. I wish there was a way that teaching you to use it's another matter entirely.
Okay.
Oh.
We've got a couple of interesting things in here that might be useful to us. One of these, actually, the magic contained in this scroll here, would allow me to understand any written or spoken language for a brief period of time. I could understand what that wet fellow from yesterday was saying. We could
Might be useful.
communicate with him. I can't really speak back, but I mean, I can pantomime. I can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
We could get some level of communication.
Do we know? We never checked if he's still in there, did we?
Well, he hasn't come out, so hopefully he's still in there. Is what my hope was. What was that, Daddy?
I was gonna say, someone actually paid attention to your mother's lessons. That's okay.
Well, I honestly can't believe Litzy has no interest in the arcane. This is... what magic can do is incredible. I just wish I could work it myself.
Right.
No.
There's some, we have some people are better at other things. As I like slowly very subtly flex.
Flexing her brother right now?
Yes. I'm going to be meticulously searching this room. Would be very surprised just like my settlement lore kind of thing if there weren't some kind of wine cellar or some kind of secret bunker or something that would
There's
be
just, as far as we can tell, one room, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't connect
As
to
far as you
anything.
can tell, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like Lindsay had sniffing out wine.
No, yeah.
She is looking for where the wine is kept. She
Booze
thinks-
hounding.
Yeah, she thinks there's probably like some kind of secret door. That's where her head is at right now, looking for
My alcohol sense is tingling.
For
yeah
a secret passage.
or something like
For
that. Yeah.
a secret wine cellar.
Yes, that's what
Okay.
we're
I think she's just a wine mom. I don't think the motivation's a secret passage.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that could lead to wine. Both secret passages both the same way.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
How do you want that wine?
Really bad.
How do you want that
Like,
wine?
really bad. But I can only use a hero point once per turn. Or once per thingy. So
You
it's
want to throw a
11.
cognition?
Don't you dare.
Let's see here. Kind of though. Okay, I really want it.
that'd be
Let's
funny.
see here.
There you go.
That is how. No. I'm. I
sure?
could save it. This is very important though. What if they have wines and these would be ancient?
Scroll of hypercognition.
No, it's okay.
What's the number?
It's a 20 total.
A 20 total?
Oh wow,
yeah.
you really want that wine.
I really.
It's not even a bad roll.
It was 11.
Above average.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's why I didn't want to use a hero point, but I kind of want a hero point.
Did she find the wine or not?
You're
Are we
kind of-
getting blitzed or not?
You're kind
No,
of
you don't.
scanning some of the
Of course.
shelves. You're like, every now and then you pass back and you take a book and you go like that, just in case.
Lining the walls,
Yes.
looking at like pushing in
Pushing in things. You look crazy, but you don't find anything.
I am so sad. As a person.
I'm so sad for you.
Brain itself is sad.
I am sad. I should have hero pointed, is what I should have done. Because that was very important to me in my life. Okay.
Never
So,
cared more about a thing.
Gosh.
Getting blasted in this mansion.
well, I mean, it would have been exceptional wine, and we could have had a storage. If we ever get out of here, we would have an exceptionally good income source.
All right, speaking of getting out of here, let's leave.
Good idea.
All right. I guess you all climb back up the stairs.
Yes.
All right. You come back up into this library, a whole lot more still now. And it occurs to you that there's a wealth of knowledge in here.
Maybe they have house plans. We should look for house plans.
I'm
Stop.
sorry, what? Can I help you?
Let's see. Focus up.
Get an architectural blueprint of the mansion.
Yes, I would like. This is important for future
Where's their wine
endeavors.
catalog?
Where's their wine? You know
Exactly.
what? It might be somewhere.
Okay, everybody, split up. We need to search the entire library.
Let's see.
Yes.
Focus.
We could need blueprints for the other half of the house. We've only researched the bottom.
What did I just say?
Okay, I'm focusing. Okay, books.
It's weird when mom gets in trouble.
Happens a lot more than you think.
No.
Well, and with unlocking this room, and as you guys are starting to search and peruse some of these books, we're going to introduce a new little game mode to do. Achievement unlocked.
Welcome to game mode.
Gamers.
This is your first
Weird
opportunity, really, to research.
The research system? That sounds so neat.
It's
Tell me
so
more.
fun. The research system, I'm told it's a little bit different from Malevolence, but basically, what you're going to be able to do throughout the course of this story as you're piecing together the mysteries of the house, that is going to be mainly told to you and explored through the research system. It's up to you, either one of you or all of you can keep a list of your unlocked topics, which can be researched at various venues throughout the house. Each venue has a cap on how much knowledge it holds on a certain topic, and each character may only make one research check per venue unless stated otherwise.
Okay.
So,
Are you stating otherwise, or?
I'm not stating
Okay.
otherwise right now. Venues can be various things. Obviously, a library is probably one of them,
Probably one of them.
right?
Good point.
Venues can also be talking with pertinent characters, or various books or things that you pick up along the way, or other things like that. But you can definitely research in a library. The research topics that you guys have unlocked, I can go ahead and tell you now, are Zarwin Manor, just as you saw it on the gate.
This is with an X, apparently.
Which is with an X. You can also research the kind of ectoplasm or caul that was surrounding the house. That is another topic that you have unlocked. And then the last topic that you have unlocked right now is the starless scope. So these are topics that you can continue to devote time into researching, and through various checks you'll unlock research points, which will unlock checkpoints, and I'll give you some knowledge. And that's how the research system works.
Does this take like a lot of time during the day for us to research?
If you cast hypercognition, it doesn't.
I was like, but
Question.
we do have a daughter like in the other room, and we have no food. Well, we have.
Would hypercognition work for research? Because I don't know what kind of this is. Hypercognition lets me make 6 recall knowledge checks instantly.
Yes. You can only research, like, one character can only research, how do I want to say this? Each PC can only research once per venue.
Okay.
So while really that would take the time of one research check, so I would say maybe yes. Each venue is going to have a cap of how much knowledge there is to be found on each subject in there. So you may not find it as useful as you would like.
Oh, hang on to it. There's a lot here, but I think Blitzy might be right. Perhaps at a later date when we're in a better position. Right now we're still looking for food or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're still running into random angry mist ghosts on the very floor, just a few rooms away from where we sleep.
Yeah.
The other research venue that you have unlocked, which I'll go ahead and tell you since we're covering the subject, is those journals that you are holding, Jumbles.
Oh.
Yes. So, Jumbles is going to. Jumbles will. When you after you say that, he'll go. Okay. How about we split up a little bit? You guys go look for food or anything like that. I and someone else will stay here and do some research because Cass is being forced to sleep. We can try to find figure out a way to get her out of that forced sleep.
I guess he does have fair points.
I think we should really just schedule our day a little bit better. Because we will get tired from walking around. If we maybe spend another hour or two walking around, then we can research for a couple hours and then have dinner and then go to bed.
We should certainly all travel forth together, and we should all stay here in this reading room. But given the things we've encountered in the manor so far, I don't think it'd be terribly wise to split us up any further.
Yeah.
I already worry enough about leaving Cass behind.
That is true. Well, we could, right now, I wouldn't mind the slight break. My feet these heels are not the most comfortable. Not that I'm complaining, they are very nice. But we could take a short break here and try and figure out what we can while we're here. Maybe we'll find some blueprints or other things that are important.
Well, we could look briefly. If there's a quick answer to be had, there's a quick answer to be had. Can't turn your nose up at that.
Can I pull out the starless scope that I still have?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Does it look like anything that we've seen in the various rooms? Is there anything that kind of matches the craftsmanship of it? Or does it just look so different than anything we've seen so far?
The actual I get the actual telescope doesn't look remarkable at all. I mean it's very ornate, it's very beautiful, but it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. And then the lens, which is the piece that has starless scope engraved on it, seems like just a glass lens, and it notably again does not fit the scope that you have.
Could I make them fit?
Athletic
or
track.
it's completely it just doesn't.
It's
wrong
the
pieces.
glass is bigger than the scope that you have.
Is there anything in the library that could I search for something that would maybe the right pieces here?
Sure,
or-
you can make me a perception check.
Okay. 14.
You kind of rifle around and you're peering through some books and stuff, and nothing really sticks out to you. You find a lot of books on a lot of different subjects, but nothing really, not really even a compartment like that would hold things versus books.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while we're here, I'm going to research Zarwin Manor.
Excellent.
And if we happen to find blueprints, I'm just researching Zarwin Manor.
You begin perusing some of these books, and you start kind of opening some up, and you don't see anything in this library that would have information on Zarwin Manor.
Okay.
At least not in the library.
I would like to search the journals for information on Zarwin Manor.
Excellent. Will you please make me a society check?
Yes. Does this have anything to do with Cass being asleep or why the people left the house? So I guess circumstance bonus.
I might give you why people left the house.
Okay, cool. So it's a society check, you said?
Yes.
Amazing. It's not bad. It's a natural 20.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Whoa! Dude, are you serious?
He passed hypercognition.
I didn't need it.
Excellent.
Hypercognition is for you guys to catch up to me.
You start flipping through these journals. I imagine there's 3 of them. Maybe you're sat yourself on the ground and
He's got all 3 of them spread out.
Yes.
He flips one page, moves to the next, flips another, like that rotation.
you're kind of moving through it. These are kept with great care, but it's not the most organized journal, right? It's kind of like got a little notes in the corners, various names of people written in the different margins and corners and things dog-eared, and you are able to find one little piece of information about Zarwin Manor.
Oh, we got
Which
people.
I will hand to you.
We got props. We got props. I love props.
This is
I
for
love
you to
it.
keep as you
Thank
catalog
you.
more and more information.
What does it say?
This is your first unlocked research. You find a little piece of paper that seems to indicate to you the location of Zarwin Manor, the date of its construction, and the date that it was abandoned.
Okay, so it says Zarwin Manor, Ilverness, date of construction 4642 AR, date abandoned 4657 AR. So
That's a very short
12
window of time.
was it 12 years? Was that
Also, it's like
15 years?
4722. That was like 70 years ago. This was abandoned.
This is a fresh abandonment.
Well, it's a much more fresh building than I anticipated too. The manor's less than a century old.
And it's barely used.
I think that's right. I'm pretty sure it's like 4722.
I've got it written here somewhere.
I know
In
it's like
all of my papers.
47. It's
I
current.
believe that is correct. I
Okay,
believe
yeah.
it is 4722.
And it has it written year of abandonment in the journal that
Well, I
was
mean,
left
that's
here?
like he put it
Yeah.
together. Like,
Oh.
it's like we abandoned the mansion.
We abandoned the mansion on this day.
4657.
We
All
did
my
see
fucking
a sucker
methods
mansion.
changed the world. Goodbye.
I mean, it is a date that's written, so like it's a notable.
I mean, I guess it's a specific date.
Yeah,
so
is
it's
it
been
someone-
fairly direct.
Is this
Yeah.
someone's journal? Like journals, or are these like just general catalogs of the manor?
It is someone's journal. That is immediately apparent to you as you are searching it.
So
Is their name
and-
X?
Yes, on the very front of it, when you look inside the front cover, you see this journal belongs to.
No peeking.
You see the name Zedna Marashi.
Zena Marashi.
Is this an
Zedna.
X?
so was it X?
Zedna, no.
Oh, I was
Zedna,
like, really?
Zedna Marashi. Murashi. Are those taking notes?
Murashi.
Murashi.
I know spells. Thank God.
Doesn't sound like a Talbot name.
Yeah. You see her name in the book. You see a lot of other names kind of written into different margins.
Bit of a strange name for around here. She might have been from further afield in the inner seas, perhaps.
There's also it might have been it might have been her office down below. It was notably one of the only thing that's been locked. And we found a key that was in the room
I
about.
found a key in the sitting room, which
Yeah.
means they must have
It was in the
stayed here.
bedroom.
Do we
but-
know if she lived here from that journal?
From the journal,
From what
I
we
mean-
learned so far?
what you can defer. I mean, you found it in a chest next to a bed, buried under some woman's clothes.
Probably.
You could assume that she at least stayed
She
here
was
for
the
some
basement
time.
goblin.
Her clothes were terrible, by the way. I didn't even look at them.
Mhm.
Does the journal mention a Zarwin at all?
A
Any
oh,
Zarwin.
like the initial A, or
Mhm.
anybody with the name
The
Zarwin?
initial A, like on the statue.
Ooh.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Amadeus Zarwin.
You
Amadeus.
are Zarwin.
You didn't tell
You
us.
were a Zarwin the whole time.
What is a better check for you, religion or society?
They're
They're both
religion,
Bad.
but
Give me-
just barely.
Okay.
It could
Give
be
me a religion
zero.
check.
If this is in relation to either of my two leads, he gets a +1 circumstance bonus as well.
Oh.
I don't believe. Well, to why they left the matter. You can have it. I mean, you're gonna struggle
Please.
with this check. I'll let you have this one.
I have a +2 now.
Woo!
How much is shooting about?
It is
+2.
yeah, +1 circumstance
+1.
bonus.
Okay, so
Next level.
Ooh.
We'll get the +2. Okay.
Oh my god! If you're amazing, then that's fine too.
that's a dirty 20.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
A dirty
18.
20?
Yeah.
18 on the day.
So you get a +1 to.
My other one was a +0.
So we went after the world, guys.
A dirty 20, you're kind of rifling through the book, and you're looking for the name, the last name Zarwin with an initial A. And you find a lot of different names that you see the word Zarwin come up a lot in the book. Obviously they talk about Zarwin Manor, and they mention various Zarwins. You're not able to locate one with an A.
While they're looking at that through the journals here, I'm more interested still in what happened outside. That's the reason, as far as I can tell, that we're stuck here, trying to just make do with what we can. I don't know what that seal was, or what I touched, or what popped and killed the birds, but learning about that seems to me the quickest way to get out of here. So I would be researching that ectoplasmic shell, whatever, assuming that's what you meant by that,
Yes.
the call.
Ooh, go ahead and I'm gonna have you make me
I'm looking in the library, not the journal, if that matters.
Sorry?
I'm just looking in the library, not the journal with them, if that's here at all.
Gotcha. You're looking around the library, and you're trying to find any books or things or notes written about it, and you don't find anything with any writing on the subject. But what you do find, as you're kind of tracing through these books, and you come over to that broken window, and you see just out of the corner of your eye, kind of pulsing and starting to cling to the wall, and just minorly, slowly growing a little piece of whatever that ectoplasm was. And I will let you research on that. So will you please give me
Is that a research topic?
Is that a
Ectober-
research? It is the,
topic?
It's a
the
Zarwin
call.
call. She gave it. It's one of our 3.
It is one of the topics. Also, the call itself is a venue to research the call.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Hello, Mr. Blob. I have questions.
You may research it. Go ahead and make me a what are you gonna do to try and look at it? Like just poking it a little bit, or are you
Pretty
gonna
much.
pick
I'm
it
not
up?
a smart man. I'm gonna poke at it and sort of. I mean, I've already touched it outside. It didn't hurt me, so I imagine it's harmless.
Give
I've
me.
got
You've
a
got
couple-
like 3,000 bath salts.
Yeah, I've got a
and
couple
you're-
of berries,
Yeah.
like things
Yeah.
that I could
Give me
expose it to
occultism
and test
or
it with.
religion.
They're the same number. So
Okay.
does it matter which one I roll on your end?
No.
Okay.
Does Arcana or Nature suit you better?
Believe it or not, also all 4 of those the same number.
This is
Wow.
going to be a really fun activity for you going
Yeah.
forward.
You really cherry
Roll
pick those.
any
Only a
of
lot of
those.
choices. You know, I got a lot of +5s on this here sheet. That's
Yeah.
4 of them. 18 on the die for a 23.
23.
Weird stuff is my forte.
It is. As you're investigating this, you're kind of like, are you gonna touch it?
I'm absolutely touching.
Oh, okay,
Obviously,
okay.
I'm not
You
smart.
kind of you're able to sort of peel it up off of the wall and kind of run through it with your
yeah,
fingers.
if it's a thing I can physically take and like put in a little tin and keep for later, I'm doing that. Like I'll
you most
take it
certainly
with me,
can.
Yeah.
Yes. And you feel it kind of running through your fingers, and it almost has a little bit of a pulse that kind of slowly dies down after you detach it from the wall. And you are able to deduce a few things about it, and you will unlock some research.
There's a lot of words on that paper. I'm ready.
You got way more than I did.
All right, it's reading time, class. Okay.
Since this is your spooky forte.
All right. The call is an ectoplasmic manifestation of a powerful force of will linked to the manor. As long as this haunting presence remains, the call can't be destroyed permanently. So basically, this let me just tell that I can see it's coming back. It's there. It's gonna regenerate entirely, and I imagine if we leave it alone long enough.
Okay.
Interesting.
I guess that's interesting because it certainly means that the manor may not have been as untouched or abandoned as I might have assumed. Someone could have come through here at basically any time. It might have simply reformed over the outside of the building. It's much less of a seal than I originally thought.
That's fair. So how many of these are, like, how is time passing? Are we just,
How much time does research take?
As you guys are all kind of researching at about the same time, I believe the only one who hasn't researched yet is going to be Leetsy.
Well, I did try and look for things for part-time women. I don't know if I fail. Well, I don't know
that
if I really
particular topic isn't going to be really found in the library.
Okay.
You could also look in the journals if you'd like. Over the course of all of these researches, kind of happening around the same time, it's going to be like an hour or two.
Okay. So if I can, for sure, research. I would kind of, honestly, if everybody's doing journal things, I don't want to, like, there's only so many
journal things. I want to come over to you, and we're getting a little square tin, almost like a little snuff box with this stuff in it. Look at this. This stuff is just kind of reappearing out of nowhere. It's just growing back on the outside of the windowsill.
And of course, you kept it. That's
course I'm gonna keep
great. This is.
Well, it stopped moving.
This is how people get invasive species in different countries.
It stopped moving. It looked like it was. I could visibly see it expanding. You can see it with the naked eye, just barely, almost like pulsing. But it stopped when I pulled it off. Here, it's
So we might have a time frame.
a little more on the window if you want to come look at this.
Yes, I might as well. And I will also just kind of poke and prod to the best of my abilities.
Excellent. Give me a occultism or religion.
Okay. Yep.
Sick.
That was deep.
Sweet. Let's go.
Don't lick it.
It's probably the best we're gonna get. Okay, so 15 on the die. 16.
I was mentally prepared for a 15 on the die, so 15.
Well, no. I have 1.
Yes, you do. You give it a couple of solid pokes. You're not really able to get. Certainly, you're not seeing as much meaning in it as as Talus did. You are able to feel that kind of soft pulse that he's talking about. So you can definitely confirm, like, what he's sort of deducing there, that it might be growing or
Like
regenerating.
It's alive almost.
Well, it must be feeding off of something, I would assume.
It must be. It feels like it's. I don't know if it's feeding on anything physical or corporeal so much as it is a manifestation, like those same mists we saw here in this very room.
Yeah.
It's drawing its energy from something, but I don't think that something is physical.
Well, it does make that. I wonder if it's harder. Well, if we are able to destroy it from the inside, I was slightly worried we would have more trouble getting out than we did in.
There's a concern, I suppose. It could very well get trapped in here.
Yeah. I wonder why the fish people. I'm very interested to see what the fish people have to say because they should really have just left. This is really not their
I want
environment.
to go try to listen to him. I Just pull
Yeah, I suppose we
his
can.
scroll back out. I'm like, I can understand what he'll say, at least briefly.
Mm.
Have to figure out how to communicate back, so
Yeah.
get your pantomime ready.
Okay, Jumble, study dearest. I think we have done. That's bad about the 2-hour research.
Yeah.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did anybody else have any more research that they wanted to conduct during that?
Oh, I mean,
period?
can we keep doing research?
I thought we were
You
staying
can
here all
research
day, aren't we?
Each character can research once per venue. So, like, you haven't done the journals yet, you could research something in the
okay.
journals.
As long as it doesn't take, I would say like within the 2 hours. I would do as much as we can within a 2-hour
There'll be
period.
another 2-hour period if I want to research some more, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, 1 to 2 hours. Yeah, then
so-
you're probably
but we
looking
can-
at
we
like
can
a
come
3
back
to
later,
4.
you know. There's
Yeah, we might
plenty
have to.
here. The general's coming with us, and the reading room's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Do we want to secure some more of this ground floor here? Make sure we're safe as we can be, or do we want to go speak with the wet fellow?
I would be very interested to see what he has to say. He has been here longer than we have,
Yeah,
probably.
let's go look at him.
Excellent.
I also I'm going to attempt to do another medicine check on you. I'm going to do battle medicine because it's for the investigator, it's only an hour, not a
Okay.
day that you can use. So
I will
I'm gonna try to
certainly
bandage
not
you up
complain.
again. Just see if we can get you back up at 8. It's a 16 total.
Oh, so you're an expert in medicine, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think you need to do this is when you go to roll a medicine check, you have to decide whether you're trying to do a trained check or an expert check
Oh, okay.
before you roll. So
Right.
it's DC 15 or DC 20.
I was
and,
gonna do trained. I was gonna do the
Okay, yeah, because I'm not that hurt, so like
Yeah.
it makes sense to do trained. Because you pick what the DC is, it's sort of like how much you want to risk. Obviously, it's harder if it's higher, but it's also you heal from it.
Right. Okay. So that's 2d6,
2d8.
2d8, even better.
Oh my
and you get
goodness.
2d8 plus
That's
my level.
the business.
The business over
The
here.
business.
So you
Alright,
get
you-
in total.
Woo!
You max on both. So
And
you get 19
each individual
total.
one of those dice is more damage than I have taken. So
All right, perfect.
very
You get healed 19.
Absolutely, yep. I had 7 points of damage. Great work, Jumbles.
Anytime.
As you're kind of
Honestly, impressive.
healing him, I'd probably like to pretend I'm supervising, but you're doing a way better job than I ever would. Here, let me see you. And then I'm gonna kind of look at your wound, like look at the blood soaking through your shirt, and it's like, you all right?
That's nothing terrible. I was able to staunch it quickly enough. Those prayers you told me were so meaningless.
What
It
about your
worked.
neck?
Oh, well, that's since yesterday. I mean, it's honestly with Jumble's aid here, also quite fine.
Holds up fantasy Neosporin.
And it was neither were severe, Dad. I was fine.
All right, good.
Let's go speak with this creature, whatever he is.
All right.
Let's go head back to our dining table.
March your way across the entrance
Yeah,
hall,
you
back
move
over
the
there.
table out of the way.
Move it out, yeah.
Oh my God.
As we move that away and all the ado involved in that and open the door, is he just sitting in there or is he gone?
Or dead.
You
Or
open the
dead.
door to that bedroom, and you find him
Hey!
sitting very quietly just at the foot of his bed. And when you open up the door, you kind of startle him a little bit. He kind of jumps back and just kind of stares at you silently.
I wave.
We would have knocked, but I don't think you would have understood the gesture.
I'm sure he heard the table. it was not quiet.
Fair point.
We
Fair
did
point.
drag it.
It's just common courtesy.
I'm gonna pull out the scroll and kind of unwind it, and I can't like speak to him yet, but I'm gonna hand up sort of calmingly. I'm gonna point at this.
He's putting his hand up calmingly too.
That doesn't look calmingly to me. I wanna. That's like, wait, no! This is what he's doing, I think. I'm gonna point at the scroll, and I'm gonna point at him, and kind of mime out of my mouth and point at my own skull. That doesn't need to make a whole lot of sense, because if he says anything after I cast this, I'll know what he said. And holding this up here, I look at it, I trace my finger along a couple of the glyphs blazing across it that have been inscribed here, and mutter something low. I don't get the language exactly right. I'm not perfect at the magic, and I can't do it myself, but it's enough that I can make it work with the magic that's already stored inside this scroll.
Mm.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages on myself.
Excellent. He
He looks at you, and yep.
I'll kind of gesture to him. And as this paper, as I pull the magic out, the writing disappears and almost little bits of burns and singe spread through, and I just kind of drop it on the floor. Go on. He can't understand me, but I was trying to get him to say it. I'll sort of wave at him. I understand you.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
How did you get here?
I'll just point at the window. We came in from far outside.
Intruders.
I suppose so.
In the master's house.
I'm trying to think how to mind this because I can get him. We're getting somewhere, but again, not a smart man. I'll just turn to the party. I'll hold one finger. He said we're intruders in the master's house, is how he referred to this.
Well,
I
guess just hope he keeps talking.
I'll just sort of bow my head down and take my hat off and just offer it to him. Hand over my heart, apologize, but and I'll also scratch my head. Who are you?
Me.
You.
I am who I am. I serve in the master's house.
You, sleep here?
Yes. He kind of looks down and touches the bed. And as you're asking him these questions, you see this puzzled look kind of come over his face. As you ask him who he is, it just seems like it's a whole lot harder for him to answer that than it should be.
He's really trying to think for something so simple. It's like he has a hard time remembering.
Does he know how he got here?
I don't know how to ask him. How do we indicate time? How long he's been here? How he got here?
We'll watch.
Yes, and I'll pull out a pocket watch. You here? I'll just kind of tap the face of the watch. How long?
Very long time. I've been here as long as I can remember.
Put this, and I'll pull out a small little pad of paper, and I'll just write 4722, 4721, 4720, 4710, 4700, 4690.
He
pointing at these
motions
dates.
to more.
So 4680, 4650, 4600. When was the manor built, you said?
I don't
4642.
4642?
I've been here a very long time. As long as I can remember.
He's been here as long as he can recall. He can't remember anything before he was in this manor. But it looks like it was decades, possibly. Maybe since before the manor was even abandoned or shortly after.
Can you just write down the name,
Zarwin.
Darwin?
Zarwin. But then I'll just cross it out with an X, I'll write down Zarwin and just kind of underline it and pull it out to him. You can, I don't know, can you read this? I don't know if you can read Talden.
On the gate.
Okay, he recognizes it from the gate.
So he could go outside.
Well, at least he's been outside.
Master of the house.
Master of the house. Okay, yes, he knows that. So
Can you just draw like a dead sign or something? See if he's dead. Master of the house? I don't know.
Okay.
Is that me? Darwin?
Next to that, I'll just sort of quickly draw a little skull, cross it out with an X, and write a question mark next to it. And then tap Zarwin.
Oh.
And circle the question mark.
We're
no.
here to kill.
The master of the house is hardly dead. And just at that moment, you hear coming from somewhere in the entrance hall, a deep thud.
Shut the door.
Slams it.
Oh crap.
No, we can't. We need to keep that up, and if something comes through, we wouldn't want to let them pass the cast.
Cracks it.
I open the door and get out into the hallway.
Oh, okay.
Just in the entryway, or just the hallway inside the room? Oh.
Stay in here.
The spell isn't going to last very long. This is the only chance we have.
Then get what you need and go.
What do we need? What do you want me to ask him?
The master will not be happy.
The master's not
The
going to be happy.
master doesn't like
He
intruders.
doesn't like intruders.
Where's the master?
Where? How could I tell him that?
Draw
I'll
the,
pull
draw the house.
back
Draw
up.
the
I'll
draw his name and then put question mark.
draw like a big version of the house, and I'll sort of like just literally like square with triangle on top like a kid. I'm not artistic. Draw a line across the middle, dividing it into like 2 floors. And then from that question mark next to Zarwin, I'll just kind of draw a little arrow up. Where?
He kind of seeming kind of frustrated, trying to find words. He kind of just flails his arms about. The master of the house is, and then he just kind of circles. It's all of it.
Here, just in the house, like the whole around. I mean, I suppose it's his house. He doesn't know exactly where he is.
Show him the ectoplasm stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll pull out that little tin and open it up with a little bit of the call in it. Have you seen this? You know about this?
He reaches out and touches it, kind of running it over, rippling it over the tentacles in his hand. He kind of lowers his face down to sniff it, and he examines it carefully. This was outside.
Mm-hmm.
All over.
Yes.
I've never seen it separated. Alone.
He found that, and I'll point at it, just kind of shuffle over and like tap on the sill of his own window, on the windowsill, past the hall. Just that piece.
On the outside.
On the outside.
It
there was growing. Took it. Stopped. Just that.
I don't understand.
He doesn't know much of what it is. He knows it was outside the house, but he's never seen it less than the whole shell before.
So, master is the house.
Master might
Can you
need
also
the shell.
Can you also maybe why is he a fish person if the clothes and tools are not for fish?
And I'll just sort of you can reach toward him, just sort of gently. If he will let me take his hand, I am going to.
Roll me.
Diplomacy?
Acrobatics.
I'm honestly like it's not probably going to come up on this campaign. I'm a great face. I'm a great dude. People love me. 11 on the die plus 11, 22.
Wow.
That's my highest skill. I'm people like me.
This is his special skill.
He's got a good smile.
I'm not going to use this much in this campaign, I don't think. Like this.
Tell me what you do.
I gently reach out. I'm kind of take like the back of his hand, so like his hand in mine, so his like weird noodly palm thing is sort of upright, and I'm just gonna kind of point at just in his palm, just kind of circling it. Pull my hand a little back and just point at mine. Like so our hands are kind of overlaid on top of each other. This my hand, your hand. They same. Once we're I'll pull the pocket watch back out and sort of point at the list of years. Earlier.
No. I am me. I am myself. I'm as I've always been.
I'll point at Zarwin again.
And you see when you even just point at the name, he kind of shudders a
Okay.
little.
So right below that, I'll just write Talus. And I'll tap that. I'll tap me. My name. And I'll write a question mark below that. Just point at him.
I
don't think you can even remember what his name is.
And you see him kind of start to violently shake his head as that realization kind of sinks deep in him, and you see him overcome with this dread as he sits down panting, beginning to sort of panic as he looks up at you and says, I don't remember.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know what his name was in the whole. He's been here. Can't remember being outside the mansion.
And he thinks he's always been a first person.
I don't know. As far as he can tell, I just think that's kind of beyond what he can remember. I don't know.
Well, I can't think of anything else at the moment. And, are you still? Yeah, are you still in the guard at the hallway?
am in the
keeping guard?
hallway, geese arm defense position at the ready.
We should see what that was.
All right. Are you in the hallway or the entrance hall?
I'm in the
Just in the hallway.
Just the
yeah,
hallway.
hallway.
All right.
This magic is short-lived, but not that much. So it's gonna be with me for a little while. It's not that pressing. We've got maybe an hour before the spell's still with me. If we could, I should have been so brash, perhaps. If we could find another one of these scrolls or more of this magic, or God's willing, if Cass was awake to help us with this, it would work the other way as well. I could impart the magic on him if he'd trust me enough to cast on it, and he could understand what we were saying, but we wouldn't be able to understand him. If we could find two of them.
I don't know how much information we're really going to get out of this. He doesn't seem very aware of anything.
You see him kind of sitting at the foot of the bed. His eyes just kind of glazed over, out of focus, staring out. Almost trance-like.
I don't think he even realized that anything was wrong until now. I'm not even sure. Honestly, I'm not convinced he sees a difference when he looks at his hand and mine.
Oh, that might be it, actually. Well, alright. Do we want to go check out what was going in the entrance hall, or do...
We should let him have some space.
Do you want to stay here and continue pushing, or do you think that's...
I don't know what else I could ask. I'm really reaching, trying to figure out ways to communicate to him.
Alright.
And besides, like you said, it doesn't seem like he can remember a whole lot.
That's fair. Well, formation, I guess.
Right, thank you, good fella. Stay here. We're gonna
Of course.
head back out and we can find, I suppose. I'll just turn back right. Let's go see what that was. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what he doesn't know. I don't even know where to start with this, honestly.
Well, hopefully, the front entryway was not just... Well, maybe it was. Hopefully it was the mimic just falling over. But...
We'll take a look, I
not,
suppose.
I guess we better go look. But we should still stay in formation. It could be spooky.
Alright, well, I'll take point.
No,
Okay.
behind me.
You sure?
Now.
Okay. I'll pull my mirror out my other hand and go behind all the days.
All right. You guys come out into the entrance hall, looking around to see what might have caused a sound like that. And you immediately notice that the double doors at the front have swung open.
What, to the outside?
No,
Or to the inside?
We had
the
a
ones
bunch of
previously
stairs.
closed.
A bunch of furniture in front of them. Is
No,
that,
the ones
like-
previously
Oh,
closed.
the ones in between the stairs.
Yeah.
Ah, it's wonderful. All right. Fair enough. What do we see through that door?
What you see is a large room with a wide open floor, wood floor caked with dust and dirt, patches of mold or grass. You see a pair of brick fireplaces on either side, to the west and to the east. Some benches sat along the sides of the room. You see mounted on the walls several dozens of antlers of or heads of creatures found one hunting. And to the very north of the room, as you all are starting to march in, you see 3 risers, stairs that kind of lead to this center stage with 2 large, high-backed chairs placed on it. And as you step into this room, you feel first a draft. You see a ratty, largely destroyed tapestry behind these chairs begin to flutter in a wind that was not there before, red and black. And then you see him. You see, appearing before you, a ghost, a phantasm, a form of a man seated casually on one of the large chairs. As he looks at you with a certain amount of surprise, and he scans the group of you, and he says, "Oh. Oh." And as he rests a hand on the arm of the chair, he looks up, and he says, "What do you think you're doing in my house?" And with that, we will leave you, and we will see you next week.
Don't have a great answer to that one, honestly. Hey, can you help me?
Yeah.
Heartbroken.
Car broke down outside the gate. Sorry, I tried to knock on the door, but it kind of exploded, and then all the birds died. So
We've only killed 2 servants, so...
yeah, I'm pretty sure we killed a couple of your servants.
And also like a couple ghosts or something.
But the ghosts...
I'm doing you a favor, if anything. You
Yeah.
get charged for that.
yeah, it evens out with the servants.
Also, all your
honestly.
birds outside. So I'm
That
sorry.
wasn't-
Sorry,
that
that
wasn't-
wasn't
I didn't kill the
us,
birds.
that
The
wasn't us.
Sorry
local
about the natural
ecosystem.
wildlife. Yeah, the local wildlife. Oh my gosh.
Did a little pest control in your driveway.
Yeah. Really ham it up. We're gonna use that to proceed back more.
We found a fun little thing in your fountain outside too. It's like a stethoscope.
Sunless stethoscope or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. And with that, thank you to everybody who watched at home today. Thank you to all of our players here for making this an incredible game. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, supporting what we do. You guys are amazing. If you are not yet through with your Pathfinder fix, boy, do we have good news for you.
We have a lot.
We have a lot of it.
We've got a lot of stuff. We have so much going on now. It's startling. This is one of 3 programs that we currently have running.
2 of them are Pathfinder.
And 2 of them are on Pathfinder. Our other Pathfinder show, our sister Pathfinder show, you'll find me and AJ on. That's Strange Aeons. That's going to run from 3 to 6 Eastern time.
Yeah, that's the time that we are.
I almost said Central. I'm from Central, but that's not. Yeah. 3 to 6 Eastern time every Saturday. That's a nice horror campaign. If you're not through with the spooks yet,
But we only play spooky Pathfinder.
it's largely
Spooks all
scarier
spooked
than
along.
probably what we got going on over there. And then we have our new show that just started. You're going to see Corey, Bryn, and AJ on that had their premiere episode of this mini series that we're doing for UB. that's called Stenema.
Sentima.
Sentima.
Sentima. No.
That's
Sentima
okay. You're
Sundered
close.
Wilds.
Sentima Sundered Wilds.
I knew I was
You had all the right letters. It was almost in the right order.
in the right part.
Your heart was in the
It's
right
right in
place.
your soul.
Yes.
You know what you were talking. You know where you're going.
They did an excellent job yesterday. It's a super fun adventure. That's run by Nick. This is the first show that he's run.
First long-term show. He's won a couple of one-shots for
Yeah.
us when we were 2 Perception.
It's like
but,
first
this is his
proper
first,
show
like,
for Nick.
sequence. Yeah.
Mhm. He did a fantastic job, and so did all the players. It's a really great time. Totally recommend checking that one out.
Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. And
Super
then
different game system.
super different. We're playtesting an entirely new game system, and it's really, really cool. So yeah, check us out over there, or you can come back and see the Numida family again. Next Monday, we'll be here, same exact time, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to be getting into the spookies, and we're going to see what's up with this ghost, with the master of the house. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.